That's what I'm doing. How much what? So you want to bet me that's going to go 25% in 1 week?
He likes betting that because he's long the stock, so he knows the free roll.
Dude, you just worry about those beers. You just worry about the beers for the Florida Panthers, my guy over there, right there, okay, right now. So, all right.
Oh yeah, well it's past 11 o'clock.
All right, let's go. It's past 11 o'clock. I want to know what happened with your iBit shares. That's what I want to know. The ones, did you guys transfer them over?
They had to.
Yeah. Oh, you had to give him the actual cash. Okay, well, at least you're making money on bets, right? Okay, we'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you soon. Robinhood, $100 incoming.
De La Hoya. This guy's a freak. Boom! Oh, boom, boom, boom! Greetings and salutations, beautiful people. Welcome to the Midday Show. That's your boy, Joey Slithers. Whoa. Come on now, let's go. And I'm Sharif, and yes, we're going to wait for everyone to come on over from the other side. Hello from the other side. I'm sorry, guys. Mateus Lane, Pelosi's insider. I want information now. Just Living, we got Cool Man, we got Cristobal, Jacques, Kevin Stubb, Bull and Bear Signals, Anish, Kapow. Oh, I love that name. We got one of my favorite guys in the chat, Benton C. Come on, you Gunners. Another one of my favorite people in the chat, Tisha Perkins. We got Just Living. We got Jason Tang, Pizza Rat, Jacques, Amir. Who else, man? We got Adara. Oh, my goodness. Daryl Finch, Mr. Mixie, oh, whatever, bro. Kirk D, Covalence, Lo-Fi Soul, and Chris EDW. We got Mark Susi. He's always here, baby. Big Smash 88. I think Big Kyle may want to fight you for that big moniker, so you better watch out there. Ron, we got Jimit, we got Photo Rabbit Trader, Frosty, Bernard, the Tranquil channel. This is definitely not the Tranquil channel, neither when Sean is on, nor when I am on. Holly, Christmas, Sony, we got Bax, we got Repo Dennis, he's out there with his tow truck. Watch out for your car payments, baby. Jeremy Crypto, Chef something or another. Donkey Trader, Amir Orabi, we got, who else? Blue Arrow, Yao J, Eric H, one more, Joseph, and Kevin Brooks. Shout out to my guy. I hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. There is a bunch of small cap traders or small cap gappers going right now. Chief among them, let's talk about this one. Guys, still in the sim, waiting for the back end office to clear everything up, but we're gonna trade these the same way. MODV, we're long at 40. We just wet the beak all the way up to 80. Now let me explain why I got in here. Bull flag numero uno. What's the top end of that bull flag, you asked? Nobody asked, but I'm going to tell you anyway. 340. Look where that entry is, right at the top end of that initial bull flag. It holds support like a dang glove, and right up to 80s we go. Alas, we are still below the day high at 414. We're zigging and zagging right now with that 3 3/4. So let's go ahead and set up some more profit takers at 82s, and we'll layer into 88s as well. Looking for this one to really go here. MODV on one, but there's just so many small cap gappers. I can't keep my man waiting this long. Joseph Wilson, what are you looking on that side, my man?
Yeah, just short. It's the strongest name in the market right now. That's Robinhood. Let's see if we can get some topping signals. Well, I mean, we already have those displayed. We took a couple scalps on it earlier this morning, so let's bring it into 75.5s there as the market looks like it wants to start to head back in a little bit. So I don't expect this move to go all the way back to VWAP maybe just yet. A couple liquidity grabs. It may need to get back towards that 74 level, but I mean, we're trading right at 76. I don't see too much overhead resistance on this name via the options chain. So let's see if we can get that move. Actually, no, sorry, I'm not speaking full truth there, Sharif. I think 60, 76, did it have anything? Oh, nothing substantial, yeah. I mean, so yeah, we'll hold on to this. I mean, we missed a bit of the move, but we took 2 little scalps on it earlier this morning looking for the continuation of the trend. We enter and then we add and then we get a little pop and then we just eventually get stopped. Break even, first in, first out rule, which didn't allow me to hold on to it. And I was just like, all right, let's go for a little walk. Slightly tired and see if we can find something else here. But that's what we got going on. Gonna look for 75.5s, and then that's gonna probably be the end of that trade there. But let's see what Adara's got for us.
be aware, keep an eye on Regeneron and Apellis Pharmaceuticals. That would be REGN, that's this right here, and APLS. Seeing this story reported here from Stat News, they're saying basically the GLP-1 drugs might be linked to elevated risk of serious eye disease. So now, keep in mind, the chances remain low, but apparently they're about doubled for patients on the GLP-1s, apparently. So both these companies, Apellis and Regeneron, do actually have ophthalmology sectors, or they work in the eye care space or eye diseases space. So APLS and REGN getting a little bit of a bounce. It's worth noting, not a ton of volume on either of these, both under 500,000 shares traded on the day, but story to be aware of nonetheless. Back to you.
FFI definitely wasn't partying last night. The freaking fire alarm went off at 2:30 in the morning for an hour. So that was not fun.
And baby Milo?
Yeah, and Milo was puking
Sorry,
too.
guys.
Yeah, he was acid. Had a little acid reflex. As soon as you fall asleep, obviously, he decides to start heaving, and then it's like, all right, we got to get out, clean up that mess. But yeah, fire alarm, condo living, 2:30, bright and early, letting us know that they're there. Yeah, exactly. So that went off for an hour. So that disrupted the sleep a little bit. But regardless of that, guys, let's see what we got going on. If we crack this high a day, then you don't want to just continuously trying to be shorting the strongest name. I was just looking at some indecision prints here. It's going to be this one on the lower time frames to see if we're going to get any form of a pullback. But if it's not displaying itself and I don't see the weakness continuously coming on the tape, then we'll just look to get out of that trade and not continuously try to beat a dead horse there, because you don't want to be going against some of these big names right now, up 5.5 or 5 1/3 here, Sharif. So some good luck there. Or sorry, what? 5 1/5, the guys there. Good math by me. There it is on Robinhood. So yeah, we'll hold on to this. This is a positive sign, right? So I'm looking at this as kind of a breath, and you can see the volume on the lower intervals here starting to cool off. So yeah, maybe we get somewhat of a pullback, but I'm not looking for that absolute capitulation type move here in Robinhood, Sharif.
All right, man. Let's look at the small cap gappers that we got on today, because there's a lot going, and a lot of them are quite strong. So let's start covering these. I don't want to say chief among them, because they're all quite good for the moment, but look at Oscar. What the hell is happening here? This is the 5-minute chart, and the last red candle we had was at 10:10. That was an hour ago. And all in all, since that bell has rung at 9:30, there have been 3 red candles on the 5-minute chart on this name. I'm putting a dip trade here at the $0.50. It should be filling me. There we go. We just got filled. So let's see exactly what the situation is now. Let me throw in my stop. Okay, so, oh, wow, rockets right back up. This is crazy. This Oscar, whoever's buying this stock is obviously got a buy program of note. Now, the concern is, around that noon hour, maybe even a little bit earlier, the buy programs tend to get shut off. We've seen this story before where things are very directional, and then all of a sudden they're not. Now we've actually got a topping tail candle on now on OSCR. So let's see exactly what we get. Prior bar low. That 11 o'clock candle has a 1632. So let's go ahead and set up at prior bar low for a dip trade there. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to front run it as I typically do. I'll put it right at 35 to see if we can get something around there. So OSCR on one right now. Let's keep an eye out on that one. So this is very, very directional, but there's so many others. You guys have been yelling at me to look at Zena, Z-E-N-A. Shout out to one of my best buddy's sisters. Her name is Zena. 652 high a day. It's basically the current candle high 641. This one doesn't seem to have any respect for the volume weighted average price or...
Sorry, 1 second, brother. We're having audio issues. Just make sure you guys refresh, all right? I don't think we're not hearing anything from production just yet. But if you guys are having issues, please just hit that refresh, and then hopefully things will be okay after that. So.
Yeah, thanks for that, Joseph. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. All right, guys, back to ZENA over here. Just Control R, guys, Control R. So ZENA has what I perceive to be no respect whatsoever for either the 10 exponential moving average on the 5-minute chart or the volume weighted average price. What it seems to respect the hell out of, and for whatever reason, this has been happening more and more lately, the 20 exponential, so that yellow line. Case in point, once, twice, OB thrice. I don't know what to say for number 4 over here, but there was a 4th time that it defended the 20 exponential. all of them have been on a wick basis. None of the closing prints have even touched the 20. So you've got to set up those resting orders to take advantage of that. But as I always say, guys, these moving averages are dynamic. They're constantly changing as the price develops. So make sure,
Are you tapped in there?
I think I loaded it, but maybe I didn't log in. Okay. Are we going to Adara?
Yeah, we're going to it.
Go ahead, Adara.
Now here in RKT, this is Rocket Companies. Citron Research has been on this name for a while, like the last few months, posting about it every once in a while. But then we got another post about an hour ago, basically saying that contrary to this June 3rd letter from Senator Elizabeth Warren about some concerns with Rocket's potential merger with Redfin and Mr. Cooper, we actually have Citron saying this is going to be a good thing for consumers. Of course, they're just bullish Rocket Companies. Moral of the story, RKT pushing to the upside, getting a pump from Citron Research. In case you aren't familiar with Citron Research, it's headed by Andrew Leff. They were very much short GameStop during and into the GameStop furor and the meme craze of 2021, but they've gone long some companies as well here. Right now, very much long RKT, stock pushing to the upside. Again, this post was about an hour old. Now, though, starting to get some movement on the stock. Back to you.
Thank you for that. I got to set up some better hotkeys here. All right, so Zena just came into the volume weighted average price, so I got back in on this one. Well, actually, I just got in on ZDNA. We didn't even have a position, but we're layering the orders now. Let's see if, I don't know what the hell is going on here with this. Okay, so let's set this up again. All right. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't have everything set up because we're in the sim. So I'm going to set this up again at 69s. Let's see if we can get a dip trade because it just came into the volume weighted average price, bounced off it, excellent. So going to keep an eye out on that one. Anything you got on your side?
Yeah, I'm just about to hop out of this Robinhood trade as it's continuing to climb higher and higher, now closer to 6% up on the day, and you just don't want to be in this just in case it decides that it wants to squeeze. I talked about any overhead resistance. I'm not seeing too much on the options chain, so I mean we can just start free roaming here. We're not too far off of those all-time highs. I'm pretty sure shortly after it IPO'd, it went up into those 80s, and that's exactly where we're headed. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye on that. I do like the short here on Bitcoin, so I'm going to slowly start to get involved in this one because it looks like we're curling over. We have the inability to breach the volume-weighted average price. And hold it. So there you go. You can see we're moving back. We slowly curl over, heading back towards the lows of the day. I mean, we're not quite there yet, but with this price action, you want to get the top end of this range and use the volume-weighted average price as your stop. So any form of pullback, maybe I'll look for a continuation of that trend to the downside. So, and one thing I want to just touch on with via my notes is that look where we're sitting here on Bitcoin. We opened up near the top end of this range. We couldn't breach it. We didn't sit on top of the range. We opened up at the top end of the consolidation zone, and then now we're just coming back into the lower end of that. So that was exactly what was described in my notes, and I did take 2 attempts at it, but then eventually I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, the longs on this aren't going to necessarily work how I planned out, so just don't force anything, just get out, find something else to trade, and I think a lot of us are doing a really good job at that as of late. It's just being, hey, what's going on? How much conviction do we have within this setup? Is it displaying what you want to see? If you're starting to check a lot of no boxes, then guess what? See you later. Go find another stock because there's plenty of things that are going to be fitting your criteria. There's no point in trying to force something that you essentially have no control over, and that's exactly what was going on there in Bitcoin. So I mentioned we open up here at that range, and now we're coming back towards the lower end of it. Let's see if we can get that retest of 100K, because then I'll be buying some more there for sure, Sharif. And then even if we go a little bit south of 100K, then you just keep grabbing more and more and more.
Oh, 100%.
Small potatoes, you grab more and more.
100%.
My guy Michael Saylor says that he's going to be buying Bitcoin at $1 million. So shout out to him. I mean, hopefully I could have the ability to do so myself. But yeah, I'll be grabbing this thing throughout the duration of my existence on this planet.
Boom! MODV is absolutely rocketing to the high side. Look at this beauty, bro. There is the continuation of bull flag number freaking 2. It's taking out all the levels as we speak. Go, MODV, go. Joseph's doing some hand gesture there that I happen to like, but we'll have to talk about that after, Joe. This thing is on one, bro. It is absolutely parabolic to the high side right now. We're about to hit triple digits, 86%, 87%. Go, MODV, go, baby. This one held previous area resistance. I'm talking about that 3 1/3 area, which is the top end of the range of the first bull flag, like a dang glove, and boom, to the high side it goes. go. So this is a formation I perceive to be of bull flag number 2. Let's see if we get that consolidation range off which we can establish a new position, because quite frankly, we've almost exhausted this one. So MODV on one right now. It's a big boy breakout to the high side. I submit to you guys the strongest, currently the strongest small cap gapper there is in these here markets. So we're going to keep an eye on that. So this is a good one. Now, what's not a good one right now for me is OSCR. OSCR will have to hold up above $16. So we were waxing poetic, singing this one's praise. Oh, it's a buy program. It's so good. Look at it. Barely a red candle. Well, we got the red candle. We got it 3 in a row right now. 1673, excuse me, high a day. And now we're trying to hold up above that 10 exponential moving average on the 5. We're holding it up on a 2 candle basis, but that isn't really saying much. Keeping an eye on this one, knowing that this one could be the first loser. What's going on over there, Katina, man? Why were you hitting the thing? The Katina man short the Qs, and he's pumped up because the market long the Qs. Yeah, I was about to say Katina man, because we're basically we're less than 10 points off the high day, Katina man. So that implied balance high that we printed earlier, there we go. Big move up on the market right now. We're going with Dara.
Get ready here for CRCL. We don't have the IPO yet, but I have some more updates for you guys. So I'm seeing now apparently indicated open at $50 to $52. So in case you guys missed it, we were priced here at $31 a share. We were expecting a price of $27 to $28 per share. So right now we're almost double the initial expected price range here for CRCL. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. I will definitely keep you guys posted if I have any more updates on the pricing or anything else. Back to you.
Yeah.
D97,
yeah.
Joseph.
All right, nice. Good look there, guys. I mean, let's go Salesforce as well, too. You guys know I'm swinging this one from 262 here. And I'm looking to start selling eventually here, so I'll probably look to get out of this shortly after the show. Go for a nice little jaunt there, and then see what we got going on, and lock in some of these profits. So. That's exactly what we got going on. So 262, 262.5 is my average, and then we're trading around 267.4. So there we go. Let's go Salesforce, and then this is what I was referring to. Let's see if we can enter this gap, and that's why I was talking with Wayner in the back and just how we can execute like shares with options, because honestly. There's times when you want to be aggressive in options, and then there's also times where you just want to utilize common stock as well too. So it's just like, okay, you start off with shares, and then once the thesis really starts to work out, you grab 50 shares, 60 shares, whatever it may be. Then once it really starts to work out, you build yourself somewhat of a buffer via the shares, and then that's when you start to buy those leverage products and get even more involved in the underlying. Because if the contracts start to sell off, then you can just slowly start to let go of some shares and mitigate those losses. So that's the game plan. So, and this is honestly what we're looking at here, is if we can enter this potential gap fill. I mean, we haven't breached this low. We've been holding up this candle relatively strong, and I think that's going to be the target. If I get a 50% gap fill up into the 271s, then I'm just going to let go of the position. That was a successful swing trade. We put it on this earlier this week, on Monday to be exact. Bought some more on Tuesday once it started to work out. And then now that we're about to approach this resistance zone and head into that gap, then I'm going to look to start taking some profits. It can continue to climb after that, but that's not the objective of this trade, right? It's to hold the shares, hold on to the contracts until you hit those specific targets, and then just get out. Whatever may happen after that, I have no control over it, even if I have no control over it, even me being into it, but it's just sticking to those game plan, locking in those profits, and just extracting capital from the markets.
Well said, Joseph. Looks like I'm about to get stopped out here of the OSCR, which will suck, because this one I have a much larger position on than any of the others. Even if I'm in the sim today, I'm always thinking the same way. This disappoints me, okay? Because I caught it at the top. Now it feels like a mean reversion trade that I'm on the wrong side of. So 16 goes. That'll be a breach below the 10 exponential moving average. And even though I enter trades below the 10, that's not what I planned here. So I will insist that I stop out. I don't mind getting back in, but it's going to be at a key level, and I'll tell you exactly what that level is. It's going to be the volume weighted average price, 1560 currently. That's the price that I'm seeing here for VWAP. But let's not write this one off completely. If it wants to move back up, at least I'm long $0.33, 16 $0.33. So let's see if it pumps back up. It looks like it might be headed back to 20. It almost lost 16. I have my stop just a little bit below 16. So it's a little bit disappointing here for me to size in heavily in a name that I had high conviction on and watch it turn back around. Sim or not, I take it seriously. All right, so here we go. We're doing well here on ZENA. What do we have on? We had 68s on Zena. It's showing me 85s now, so let's extract some more profits on this one. I do have orders layered in front of 6, because 6 is kind of like the line of best fit between the current bull flag price action. Like, look at this. I perceive 2 bull flags here on Zena. You guys can maybe agree or disagree. First bull flag, 8 a.m., boom, consolidate. Then, what time was this?
What time?
9:30, Joseph.
All right.
Boom, consolidate. Now, the consolidation part, the bottom over here happens to be the lovely level of the volume weighted average price, which I like. I love getting in on VWAP. Now, I am concerned. Why? Because the first bull flag here had an upward tilt. We had higher lows. Look at this bull flag now. We have lower highs with a flat bottom. That concerns me, okay? Because we could definitely lose VWAP here. There's no hard and fast rule that says we have to stay above it. So Zena, we're going to extract some profits on so we can stay positive on it, but I am kind of concerned that it does lose that level. We'll keep an eye out on that. Back to OSCR, moving back into the quarter dollar. Still, though, this current 5-minute candle has a lower high than the prior 5-minute candle. So we really haven't changed trend all that much. Back to MODV. I'm holding a piece here, guys, for the dream. Half top wick for now, $4.43. We're well above the 10. Obviously, we're well above VWAP, so it's wrong for me to get out here. I should let this at least retrace, see if it catches a bid either off the 10 EMA, off VWAP, and then assess whether I should be adding more to the position for another move up. So MODV, the biggest, the baddest of them right now. We'll have to wait and see if it stays that way. Joseph, what do you got?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some good questions in the chat. Skull, where's my stop? It's just above the high a day. So if we break 76.50 and then sit on top of that, then I'll just hop into that trade. So you can see this short consolidation we got going on here on the 5-minute. We sit on top of this range. I'm out of the trade. So that's it for Robinhood. That'll be my stop out. And then for IBIT, yeah, if we come back in Daniel T, if we come back into the volume weighted average price, then I'll look for any forms of indecision and some details that will tell me, hey, we're ready to go back towards the south side. That would be me focusing on the tape, etc. And then Naveen Mangala, it definitely varies, right? Like, so intraday here, we have fixed, so I'll have to divide that. I usually divide my risk into 4 trades. But if I'm at home, like if I'm swing trading NVDA and IBIT, like I told you guys about a month or so ago, I was risking $1,000, right? But then again, I hit a 5-to-1. Oh. But again, like so there we go. Yeah, I got to hop out of this Robinhood trade. That was just a consolidation phase before it took another leg higher. So it's continuing to pump. But yeah, like it depends, right? If I'm running my own account, what I got going on with Salesforce isn't even relatively close to what I had going on with NVDA and with IBIT. I just don't have that much conviction within the setup, nor do I love Salesforce that much. I just think from a technical standpoint, I like the setup, and I wanted to see if I could take advantage of some of it. But yeah, if I'm at home, I have no issues risking like $500 to $1,000 on a trade. But then I look for something big on a swing, right? Like if I'm holding a swing for 3 weeks, and I want to hit like a 3 or 4 or 5-to-1, and that's exactly what we did there. Beauty. I mean, I was so close to getting stopped out on NVDA, and good thing I didn't just go all in at once. I just slowly started to grab some more, which allowed my average to go down to 105. But that between that and IBIT, I was risking about just a little bit over $1,000. So yeah, that's just my personal account. So Hood is bullish and BTC isn't even moving yet. Smoky Love, yeah, exactly. And I mean, we don't want to go. We don't want to try to continuously force one of the strongest names, and Brando and Sharif were talking about it this morning. They hit a record. I think AUM they hit this morning, recently, Sharif. So assets increased time high over 250 billion in May, and then you can see month over month. Sharif mentioned some of those numbers as well too, and I always refer to the point a couple quarters ago. It's when I really started to see that growth come in. increase in options activity, increase in margin accounts, increase in usage across the platform, 700% increase in crypto transactions, and then that's when I really started to buy this name. And then you can see they got the acquisition of WonderFi, and then now they have something else that I think that I was just reading about that they acquired as well too. So they're looking really good. Things are looking really good for Robinhood.
It's really hard to see a lot going wrong with that company right now. I gotta say, like, if you're a stock, you're going up and to the right, which they are.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, its all-time high is still around 80s, right? Like, so we're not quite there yet. And that was just shortly after the IPO. And then after that, it tanked to like a single-digit number. But here you go, now trading around 76.52. And Katina Man says 100 by next week. I mean, that's a 25% increase. I will absolutely take it, but that would be a big-time move in Robinhood.
It's fantastic. Look, shout out to El Sayed Nada. Okay, TBH. Thank you for calling this one out. So this one wasn't on my scanner, obviously, because likely when I was looking at my scanner, it was south of 85 pennies. It is no longer, though, south of 85 pennies. It's at a critical level here, El Sayed, because it's at that dollar level, and that dollar level seems to be, generally overlapping with the volume weighted average price. So for me, with these small cap gappers, it's a different trade north and south of that dollar. And the reason is, a lot of you have heard me say this before, and I apologize for being repetitive, but we always have newer viewers. There are algos that just won't participate when a stock, one of like these small cap gappers, is trading below a buck. Luis Barbados, small cap gapper trader extraordinaire, was on this morning. He gave us that tidbit like about a month ago. And this one qualifies for that sub $1 stock. Alas, it is now over $1. Fighting to stay above $1. High day $1.30. I'm gonna personally need to see more than just a quick wick intra candle above that dollar area. I need to see more. I need to be able to base my levels on the dollar so I can say, all right, it dips back in. I got that dip trade ready at that buck. I'm gonna hold off. It's a good looking one, I'll say. So it might replace one of these non-performing names right now, like HL. I'm gonna put TBH on there. We're gonna throw it on, and we're gonna throw it on provisionally. If it loses that dollar, it loses its spot on the side chart. Full disclosure, but here it goes. $1.10 now. All right. So let's see. That $1.20 was kind of, I don't want to say it's a double top, but that's where both candles opened and closed at. Even though wicks in $1.30 looked like it had a hard time clearing that $1.20 decisively, of which it's quite close now. $1.13, that current candle high right now. So TBH on one right now. We could certainly involve ourselves with this one if it is warranted. So let's go ahead. Let's load it up on a trading screen. It doesn't trade on the New York, so it's got to be on the Nasdaq. It is. So let's have a look now at the book, and let's look at the time and sales and see exactly what we need to see here. So 1 penny spread, not bad right off the bat. How's the liquidity? Decent. Not bad for a dollar name. About 42 million shares. It's only 1130. So yeah, we'll probably hit 100 million shares. Excuse me. So do we now give this one the old college try at $1? I'm going to give it a try, okay? And then we're going to put our stop, current bar low. Current bar low takes us down to about 95 pennies. We'll put it at 94. So we're going to risk around 12 pennies up in this you-know-what to give it a try. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to put 94 pennies. We stop out. I'll give it to 90 so that if there is an area of illiquidity, I don't end up getting kiboshed there. So keeping an eye on TBH, looking for continuation, knowing full well that it could absolutely turn because we haven't cleared the dollar by that much or sufficiently enough to say, yeah, I can use it as support now. So what's going on over there, Katina Man? The futures are $1 in the money. Somebody's in the dollar club over there. Get it, Katina Man. We're going to keep cheering on and hope he prints up multiple storms on that side of the desk, baby. So TBH, keeping my eye on that one. Let's move back. Some of the other trades that we have. OSCR still holding 16, trying to recover off the 10 period EMA. Let's see if it's able to work back into the 30s. I'm long 34, so I'm 16 pennies at 14 pennies out of the money. Zena, I'm break even on, but I've taken the majority of the position out. I am kind of concerned here about ZENA being a flat bottom break. It does feel like it's setting up for that through the loss of the $0.5. So be careful if you're long Zena at these levels. I have a dip trade for that $0.5 to get a money fill. I'm talking about 550, but if it loses that, that's it for me. I won't be DCing south of the volume weighted average price on ZENA. So we're going to keep tabs on that. And let's go back over here to TBH because it is losing that dollar. So yeah, this did concern me. So let's see exactly whether we get stopped out south of 95 pennies. It feels like we will. Topping tail candle, the previous candle into that $1.13, and now we're south of 1. So this could be a bit of a trouble here, Joseph.
Yeah, absolutely. Good look there, brother. Yeah, let's see what we got going on from a top performing sector standpoint. You know, we like to go over those things to see where we got some relative strength. And I mean, the tech might be at the top of its class today, guys. Yeah, and it seems to be the case here. You can see that we're up about 1% here in the tech sector. Communications sitting in second, up about 8/10 there, guys. And then we got the healthcare sector up only about a third there. So, I mean, materials were down not too much, about 1/10 there. Utilities, same thing, 1/10. And then here we go with consumer staples, down 7/10. So, ooh, what's my guy Walmart doing? I mean, you can't be selling Walmart right now. Yeah, we'll take a look and see what Walmart is up to, guys. A crowd favorite, maybe? I don't know.
Walmart?
Yeah, Walmart. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Think so?
Yeah, I think so. No, well, I mean, it's America. It's America's favorite. No, I think so. Isn't it?
Tell them.
Yeah. Like again, I don't know too many shopping stores obviously in the States because I don't live there. But I mean, what would you rather? Where would you guys rather go, Walmart or Costco? I'm curious to see where that, because I mean, if you're going for the dollar hot dogs, yeah, if you're going for the dollar hot dogs, I understand that you're going to Costco or whatever.
You might be careful with that. That's like going into a comic book store asking who the best superhero is. You'll start a fight, bro.
Okay, all right, let's go.
I told you this, Iron Man, baby. Hands down, Iron Man, bro.
That sounds DLT. Okay, yeah. I mean, Costco. A lot of people saying Costco in there. Walmart, Target. Okay, some Target, as Obi likes to say. A lot of Costco coming in here. Yeah. Okay, it looks like the majority is Costco. So never mind Walmart. But I mean, let's hop back into kind of the technicals of this. You can't really go wrong with this name. I mean, it is America's darling in my opinion, and I think it's still trading at a good premium. I forget where it's split. It's split somewhere around.
Someone wrote Walco.
Walco? Is that?
Hold on, boys. Do you remember Wolco? Yep. Hey, the boys remember. Pardon me? Byway. No, because someone wrote Walco for Walmart and Costco when they didn't really understand that there was a store in Canada called Wolco, which ended up being bought by Walmart. Really? It bought all the locations and opened up there. Yeah. Do you remember Wolco?
No, I don't remember Wolco, but I remember Byway because there was a Byway literally across the street. Yeah.
It was like the old. It wasn't a dollar store, but like, you know what I mean? Kind of the like older version of Dollarama kind of thing. Yeah.
Maybe.
What do you say? The catalog, consumers distributing. So this store
on the screen there.
That store, you couldn't buy anything like actually in real life. You had to go to the catalog, find it, get into the line like a schmuck, fill out a piece of paper like you would at a bank to deposit.
So there you go, that business model.
Oh man, those were good times, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
good times.
They still got giant tigers around here and stuff.
Oh yeah, there's giant tiger.
I know it was a little bit more popular back in the day. I don't know if there's as many as there are now, but I don't know. That's only Canadian. Giant tiger's Canadian.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So you guys wouldn't know that. But anyways, back to Walmart and some of these stapled names, guys.
Bargain Herald.
You can see we're starting to take a dive, but I mean, off of these lows here in Costco, you're still up 20% off of Liberation Day, but again, steady uptrend. It seems that it can't really be breached. It's almost buy a dip at any cost in some of these big staple names. That's going to be Walmart and Costco. Come on, split Costco. Just do all the average investors a solid and Netflix a split too. But let's see what Adair's got for us.
Yeah, let's not take these spready tickers away from those who trade them. No, I'm joking about the splits here. But let's talk right now about this market. Here's the Nasdaq here near highs. Comments coming through from U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick saying that Donald Trump wants a full chip supply.
Guys, no worries. Let us know when you're ready, Adair. We'll throw it right back. So we're going to keep an ear out for our friend Howard Lunatic. and his crew over there. No, guys, I say that just as a joke. I don't think he's a lunatic. In fact, I think he's quite a smart individual, but we like to joke around, so I don't want anybody to get offended or anything like that. All right. I got stopped at Oscar, full disclosure, so it's a big loss, but I'm right back in. Why? Right. Because this was a stop hunt. I got stop hunted yesterday, and I got stop hunted again today. When am I going to learn my lesson? I don't know. Soon, hopefully. You can't place it so close to the whole dollar, and I did that. I actually kept it about 5 pennies from the whole dollar, so we'll see what we get there. Let's take some profits here as this one moves right back up. Hammer candle, that breach 16. Let's see if we're able to make a new high above that previous candle. The high of the previous candle was 22s. We're showing 18s now, so we'll keep tabs on that. MODV, though, is headed right back to the high side. Now, this probably a mistake on me because I was focusing on other ones, but it came into the 10 exponential where I said I would add if it had retraced into it, and I didn't. So that level was about 3 mid-80s. Now it's about 411. Let's keep an eye out on this one. Let's see if it heads right back up. Yes, TBH as well. Let's have a look at TBH. What are we doing over here with that? We're still zigging and zagging at a dollar, still haven't got stopped out. We got 3 candles now, all with lower highs and higher lows, straddling the volume weighted average price. Hard for me to read which way this is going to go here because it's just at a critical level, that dollar, that VWAP area, and really doing nothing. So we'll keep tabs on that as well. Oscar, we've already discussed that one. Let's have a look at Zena. Zena holding VWAP again and coming right back up. Let's see if we can take some more profits there. Yeah, really nothing for me to do here other than wait for them to get out of the consolidation zone that they're in. I'm talking about Zena, I'm talking about Oscar, I'm talking about TBH. MODV is the only directional one. It's the only one putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we'll keep tabs on that. But look at Oscar take out all my levels. As I mentioned, I did get stop hunted here, but we're right back in and we're going to throw more orders now. This candle did make a new high and it is preceded by a hammer candle on OSCR, so this could be a very bullish sign here. If we can get a nice move up into that third of a dollar, we'll get a lot of prints. So OSCR, it looked like a buy program, and I feel that it still is, but it definitely had an aggressive retracement with a breach of 16, which got me out. So hopefully we'll look to do a little bit better on this latest move up here, Joseph.
The latest and the greatest. Shout out to my guy Vasily for retiring as well there too. Let's pull this up here. Okay,
Loma.
try one more time. Yeah, Loma. Again, I'm not going to expect too much here. If we can break through this little support level right there, I'll just hop out. Nice little scalp there. Again, I should have hopped in back right there, but I'm like, strongest name, just best to avoid it. But there was another opportunity that displayed itself, so I'm just going to look to take advantage of it there. And I might just take a little scalp on it. There we go. We're all out of that. Nice little scalp. Even if it does head back towards the volume weighted average price, I'm not going to look to stay in this too long. So I'll take that little move there. It ain't a thing, but a chicken wing. But let's go Salesforce, man. This is big time. We like this here. Again, big time. My average is roughly right around here, guys, and then we're getting that nice big pop there in Salesforce. All right, so yeah, Robinhood. Let's see if it heads towards the volume weighted average price. I mean, you can see the weakness slowly starting to pick up here in the tape, as we're continuously flushing the bid, and then you see the volume really start to step in on that bid, and there you go, you get another print, and then defense. You can see when we hit the ask and above the ask that we're not that reactive, but then when we get those clean flushes on the bid, then you see that we take that additional leg lower. So that's just kind of me keeping my eye on what the tape's got telling me, but we're out of that trade right now. If it looks for a bounce, if it looks to bounce, then maybe we'll get involved. I know someone in the chat asked me if I'm looking to my head. I guess I thought I heard you say that. My bad. It's too early. No. I'm just saying. I didn't know that. I didn't say that. I don't think I said I was looking to short the Qs, especially when it's this strong. And if some of these big names are lagging, I mentioned this the other day as well too. Remember how we were just continuously climbing higher, and then we had the likes of Amazon and Google who were kind of lagging as peers because we had NVIDIA and Tesla that were all trending in the exact same way. But then some of the other big mega cap names were displaying slightly breakout trades, and then sure enough, there was a program that stepped in, and we broke out and we took that additional leg higher. But it also dragged the Qs up as well to it. So when I'm looking to short the Qs, I have to see the field around me, and that's going to be the big names, and I'm not paying attention too much right now because I have my eyes on IBIT and on Robinhood right now. So yeah, well, I'll take a look at it in a bit because there could be a potential short here if we do get slightly extended. But from a volume and a price action print, there's nothing telling me that we're going to have a pullback right now. Let's see what.
Just before we go to Adair, 22,000 is in sight now, Joseph, on the NQ.
Yeah.
Do you know how far we dipped on Liberation Day?
Like percentage-wise?
No, just point-wise. Sorry, Adair, 1 second.
No.
16 and change, Joseph. We're back at almost 22.
Yeah.
We're less than 100 points off 22.
Exactly. So what are we, like at 1.5% off of the all-time highs? now or
Something like that, yeah.
Exactly.
We'll look at it once.
We'll take a look in a second, but Adair's got some stuff with us.
Yeah, just keep an eye here, guys, on this market. I just want to, apologies there. I had an issue where my mic fell, and now we are back. We have comments coming from U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick saying that the building of chip plants in the U.S. has been too slow, and that the U.S. administration here under Donald Trump is trying to build an advanced chip plant within 18 months. We also had here comments from Donald Trump just criticizing the CBO, which of course came out yesterday, I guess, saying that these tariffs might actually reduce the deficit. He's saying they should have come out sooner. That's all we really have here. Just some comments coming through from Trump on Truth Social and Howard Lutnick as well. If I see anything else, I will let you guys know. Back to you.
Thank you, Adair. Joseph, show them.
Oh, show them. Yeah, we'll pull it up, guys.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. We'll display how much we're actually off.
Oh, no.
1.5.
Where are the bears?
Yeah.
Where?
That is not good, right? Like, imagine that. You're like, hey.
This pleases me greatly.
The thing is, though, it's like with all the, I never experienced anything like this. I mean, I didn't start trading until after COVID. And I mean, after that, I did experience, like it was a year or so bear market, but I didn't experience anything like this fast and then a recovery almost equally as fast.
March 2020, baby.
Yeah, I wasn't. No, I wasn't trading.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying. I wasn't trading during that COVID move, the dump in the. And,
it was insane.
But after that, when I started in 22, is when we went into that year and a half bear market. But even so, that recovery process was significantly longer.
100%. Yeah,
right,
way longer
for us to hit this point. But I never experienced like a 30% drawdown, and then in a span of a month and a half, 2 months, and then a recovery of that exact amount in the exact same time, essentially, right? Like if you go to February here where we peaked, and then we bought them in April, and then, oh yeah, we bought them in April. Well, guess what? The exact amount of days after that, we're now recovering and heading back towards those all-time highs, now only 1.5%. I mean, the Qs can put in an all-time high tomorrow. It can put it in today.
100%, dude. I mean,
today if it wanted to.
And if we get some more details on this China stuff, or you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like it's one truth away. It's literally one truth away from saying talks are going great. And that's it. No, go on. And that's another thing. Selena's allergies last night through the roof. She's just blowing her nose all night, just keeping me up. So it's just like, man, someone's gonna get a squabble. Here.
Yeah, well, I think Ram's doing that right now.
Squabble up, exactly. We're going back to Adara.
I want to let you guys know here, Donald Trump and Chancellor Merz of Germany meeting right now. They're having their bilateral meeting just outside of the White House here. Ahead of this meeting, we have comments coming through from Trump. He's reiterating that the meeting with Xi went very well. We previously posted about that on Truth Social. Just be aware this meeting is happening. These meetings are not, of course, always market moving, but if things can be said during Q&As, they sometimes can move the market. So just be aware. He will be talking, and I will be covering it for you guys live. Back to you.
Thank you, Adair. I also want to remind you guys, we have an IPO today. CRCL, super easy, circle, very widely participated in. In fact, it's oversubscribed, so much so.
Wow.
That they had to, sorry, we're just giving her a hard time.
Yeah.
It was oversubscribed.
Around here.
Yeah, well, to an extent. There's got to be like a cap or something there.
Yeah, we
you know what I mean? Like, we're doing a show here.
Doing a show.
We're doing it live as well. No, seriously though, guys, it was oversubscribed. They didn't actually intend on putting that much of the company in the public markets, but there was so much demand. They increased the amount of shares that they are looking to sell in the public markets and the money they were looking to raise. And the investment banks, Goldman, JP, and the like, they retain an option to sell more. So if it's very well met by the market, you can bet your bottom dollar that there's likely going to be more liquidity because they're going to exercise their option, the banks, the investment banks that is, to weasel in. So keep that in mind, right? We'll likely have it here live for you guys, CRCL. I know Adara's at the big desk. She'll be letting us know when it's live. I know Neil and Sean will be looking at it as well, so they'll be yelling about when it's live. Say it again. You won't need her. Yeah, the Katina man, he's like, we may not need Adara for this one because he's going to be on it. He's going to basically be yelling and letting us know when it's on. So we're obviously very thankful for that because it's hard to monitor everything here all at the same time, Katina man. So we do appreciate that. So CRCL guys, IPO, it's IPO season, or so it seems these days. And more happy I could not be, man, because obviously a lot more market subscription in this. So keep that in mind. CRCL. Likely, you know, probably around, 12 o'clock, 1, something like that. If history's any guide, that's likely what it's going to be, okay? So we'll keep you guys apprised of that. Let's have a look at some of the trades that we got on right now. Still holding ZENA here above the volume weighted average price. We got 68s on. I did extract some up there in the mid 90s, but this one is in full consolidation mode now. That's kind of the annoying part about it. The good part about the trade is it's straddling VWAP quite well, and there are bottoming tail candles into the volume-weighted average price. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means there are schmucks like myself that have resting orders or are exuberant to get into the stock as a long at the volume-weighted average price. That's what happens when you see these bottoming tail candles because orders are triggering immediately, so it's pushing it up because people are liking it at that level. That's the way I perceive it anyway. So we'll keep an eye out on that. Full disclosure, took another L on Oscar. So we're negative on the day, sim or not, we're negative. And OSCR is the reason why. Because this one is just not holding trend. So I'm out of this one, and we're going to let that one go. Tisha's yelling about NEGG. So we're going to have to look at that, and then we're going to send to Adara in a second. So she's talking about this one. Look at NEGG go, baby. Big boy breakout there. Good call out, Tisha. $10 just got breached, 1020 high a day. Be careful with this one. It does look a little spready. We'll get back. We'll analyze this one when we get back from Adara.
Actually, some news here in a stock that's likely to also be a little spready here. That's Northrop Grumman, NOC. Not a ton of volume in this right now, guys, about 200,000 shares, but I do want to let you know about this because we have this drop to the downside. Breaking Defense, which I guess is a defense-based publication here, reporting that Lockheed Martin is proposing an alternate design here for the F-35 forward fuselage due to some concerns over the jet's new radar. That radar is made by Northrop Grumman. We're just waiting for this Trump and MERS meeting to start. I have it in my ear. Back to you.
Here it is, NEGG. Let's have, who are we going to take off here, man? I mean, we're running out of spots to take stuff off. We're going to leave it here for a second. I just want to load it up on a trading screen so we can get a better look at what the time and sales is doing. So NEGG. On the Nasdaq, yes, spready. Okay, 20 penny spread right now. That displeases me for a $9 name. So that will all automatically start me off with... I need to see more in order to trade this. It's going to be hard to manage risk, obviously. Slippage will be a factor here. If you don't know what slippage is, it's basically the cost of doing business. If you were to get in and out, say half a second apart, 1 second apart, whatever, the difference between the ask price and the bid price, that will be the cost of doing business on a per share basis. For example, if I was to punch in 976 right now, that's how much I would pay, right? But how much I could sell it for would be 959. That's assuming I get in and get out like almost instantaneously. So the cost of doing business on NEGG will be a little bit higher as a result of the spread. Look at it open up, man. It's 25 pennies now on a $9 name. That is a little bit dangerous here. So keep my eye on that one. If there's a good entry or the spread tightens up, we'll give this one the old college look. I don't know, whatever. That even make any sense? Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it though.
Cool.
Top VOIP, CoreWeave, looks like a good R&R buy at low a day, bounces every time. Say less, my man. Let's have a look at CRWV. Very much in play these days. Everybody's loving it. Oh, I see what you're saying there. Okay, so this one, look, there's anything that can happen here. It could be a double bottom, which means it's a bullish signal, or it could just be a lower high, lower high, lower high, flat bottom break through that $142. It's a good question. I mean, it wouldn't cost you that much to find out. If you were to get in at 143 or 142 and a half, give or take, you could just put a low day break. Or if you could take more risk, you can take a little bit more, maybe a 142 break. So good call out there by you, my man. Look, I'm going to be very, very straightforward with how I feel about CoreWeave. I'm looking for longer dated puts on this. I've seen this story before where an overvalued company that doesn't make enough but is valued insanely ends up mean reverting. I don't want to do it through shares. I will likely do it through options. I won't mention when I do it because I'm just going to keep it to myself. Ooh. But yeah, I will be looking to do that, Joseph.
You're not going to tell me?
No. I don't need you harping on me every day if I'm out of the money.
Yo, Mopar for life. Mopar, please.
What does that mean?
No, the guy in the chat.
Mopar. I thought you were talking about like a Chrysler Mopar or whatever.
You know what I mean? Funny? Remember the old PT Cruiser there?
Oh, amazing.
You liked it?
Remember the Prowler? The Plymouth Prowler?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Where have you been? Okay, well, hold on. We got to do it live right now, Joseph.
Do it.
Plymouth. There it is, Prowler. There it is. Joseph, you don't know this car?
Oh, yeah,
What's happening here,
Yeah,
bro?
I remember that thing.
This has become a collector's item now. They're like 35, 40K Canadian.
No
yeah, like 25 years old. Yeah, well, I mean, look at it, right?
Yeah,
do you guys remember this car? Of course I remember this car.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that car there. Yeah.
The PT Cruiser. It was like it was going through an age. Remember the PT Cruiser, the Plymouth Prowler, the Ford T-Bird.
The T-Bird.
Right? Like they went through like a boomer phase there, where they were trying to please all the boomers who couldn't afford these cars in their youth. Like we'll bring it back for you now that you guys have a couple of bucks in your pocket.
There you go. Bring back the Plymouth Prowler. That is crazy. I mean, let's go. Robinhood continuing to bleed here. Kind of been the narrative of just letting some things go prematurely, but I told you that's the plan. We got out. And let's see if we can catch this move here on the TQs. We are short at this high, so if we break 75.60s, Gonzino on that one.
See ya.
With that being said, we got to take a look at what some of the big boys are up to here. What's Amazon, Meta, etc., and my good friend NVDA all up to? Because if they're going to continue to climb higher, you don't want to force the short and look at NVDA. Go.
Don't do it.
Let's go. I mean, here we go. We're not too far. How many times am I going to say go there? But yeah, let's see how far we are off of those all-time highs here, guys. I mean, we're only 5% off of those lows. Big time move here as well, to 63% move on NVDA. And I said, hey, that's the time to buy this stock. And it was the exact same trade plan that we had going on with Bitcoin as we did with NVDA. As soon as that downtrend was cracked, we open up on the backside of it, look to get involved. And that was exactly what we had going on with IBIT, Bitcoin itself. So there you go. You can see that downtrend, a beautiful clean crack, opens up on top. All right, get involved. If it breaks it, comes back into the middle of this range, get out of the trade and then just hop right back in. So that's exactly what we did there with NVDA, still climbing higher. We love both of those names. We like Robinhood even more, even though it's starting to pull back. And I was short heading in towards the volume weighted average price. That was the primary target.
Adira's laughing. There's something going on up there.
All right, let's see what he's got for us.
We're asking here about this deal. Donald Trump, of course, he's doing this bilateral meeting with Chancellor Merz of Germany, and they were asking, Trump, do you have a deal with China? What's the deal? And he said, well, they have a deal. It's just a matter of making sure everyone understands it over in China. So it looks like the U.S. seems to have their terms. It's unclear if China is aware of or has agreed to these terms yet, but he basically says that they have a deal and they want to make sure everyone understands what this deal is. They're in good shape with the China deal. Then we also have comments coming through here from Howard Lutnick saying that better trade deals, quote, won't take that long. So Howard Lutnick and Donald Trump both very optimistic about trade deals here. We're still waiting on Circle IPO, but I was seeing last an indicated open of $60 to $62. That is more than double the IPO price there of 31, if that is the case. Back to you.
Seeing the tap at 60 right now as well too on Circle, guys.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah. People are loving this thing,
They're
Joseph.
loving it, yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my
the
God.
IPOs are back, man. Good looking. I'm looking at Katina Man mentioned Discord as well too. So those are a couple names that just keep an eye out, because especially what we've seen in the likes of CoreWeave, Newsmax, etc. Those were absolutely insane.
Well said.
So maybe we can continue that trend here and just go absolutely parabolic on this open here. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes on that one, and yeah, just maybe start building a sample set, because I never traded the IPOs too often.
Your friend Donald's in the Oval Office.
Yeah,
They're fantastic. He's meeting with the new German Chancellor. This should be really interesting here because we know what Germany's doing, Raul. Look, we're going to talk a little politics here because we have to, because it's kind of market related. No, Germany's rearming, bro. They're rearming for the first time since World War II. It's been a minute.
What's up? Why?
So there's probably going to be discussions there. Germany's talking about raising military spending. In fact, all of NATO now talking about this to 5% of GDP. Canada hasn't even met the 2%. We're going to meet it by 2030 or so, they say. Now we're talking about 5% of GDP, and there's a reason for that. Obviously, belligerency is increasing all over the world, so you have to assume there's going to be a little bit of talk there about some of that stuff, which may bring in some of these military names. Adara brought us that military name earlier. Adara, which one were you talking about up there? Okay, we're going to Adara.
Yeah, just be aware here. Keep an eye on oil, and I have Boyle up here, UNG looking really similar. Donald Trump just saying here that he wants to make oil and gas part of these trade deals. So Donald Trump talking about oil and gas with regards to trade. Keep an eye here on Boyle and UNG. We also have Howard Lutnick saying that it's illogical to make cars for the U.S. in Mexico. So trade talk from Howard Lutnick and trade talk from Trump. Double trouble here this morning. Back to you.
No problem. Thank you, Adara, for that. Assassino just giving us some information there, Joseph.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Yeah, well, there it is. Eduardo, Sharif, Germany has a good army in the last decades, even if not involved directly in conflicts. Now they are going to bring it up to a top-notch army. Look, brother, I'm not going to ever count out these Germans. It obviously hasn't worked out for them in the last couple of wars, but that doesn't mean they don't put up a good fight, man. So you're not going to hear me ever disparaging them. Katina, man, that's what I do, baby. I'm a controversial figure. Right? There we go. Just so you guys see this right here. This is going to be the new standard after Studio 8 is done. It's going to be hard for anybody to actually be in the studio and not be on the show because it's going to be camera galore everywhere. So I'm super excited for that. Obviously, the big kahuna.
Camera galore.
Camera galore, yeah. The big kahunas as well. Shout out to them. So what you got over there, Joseph?
Yeah, I'm still short this market here. Robinhood coming back in towards the volume weighted average price. So yeah, missing out on both directions of that trade, but that's okay. We'll see what we got going on next. Hopefully, I mean, Tesla is looking like it wants to take a leg higher. Bitcoin's still hovering around the volume weighted average price. Let's see what my guy Jensen and company is up to as it continues to climb higher and
what happened
higher.
Man? It's going?
Yeah, it's moving. It's most definitely moving higher guys. So big time move on NVDA. Let's go. 144 in change. Let's take a look at the options chain to see what we got going on from an open interest standpoint there, guys. And to see if we got any overhead resistance, because that's why we want to be able to identify call and put walls. And what I'm seeing, 145. 83,000 open contracts. So that is a hefty amount right there, guys, compared to what I'm seeing on the rest of this expiration cycle, which is ending tomorrow, that is. So June 6th, all these contracts will expire, and that's what we want to be able to identify. So now we've established that we have high levels of open interest at 145. What's going to happen next week, right? So we want to take a look come Monday morning. We want to see if we can identify those high levels of OI. Are they slowly starting to decay, or are they being lifted in increments through those strike prices? All right, so that's exactly what I'm going to be keeping an eye out for. And if it goes from 145 to 147, well, guess what? I do believe that we're going to remain in this bullish pattern, and that's what you want to look out for too, especially with those key levels.
Bang. All right. Just having a look at, make sure Donald's good on that end. All right, guys, let's talk about some of the trades we have on. So we'll start from over here. MODV, the first one I was involved in. I've put my next I don't have that much left here. I put my next profit taker above the pre-market high, or sorry, the high of day, excuse me, which is $4.43. We are now putting in lower highs. Okay, that's the bad side. The good side is we're still holding above 4, and we're defending the 10 EMA on the 5. The question to myself is, with all these lower highs, for how long? So I am keeping an eye on this one. Zena, we did well on this one. The only thing that I'm really kind of disappointed with is I didn't get the money fill at the volume weighted average price. That's why you see that aqua or cyan line there with the circle. That is a resting dip buy, which did not fill. So next profit taker for this one, a little bit 615 or something like that, 616 in the teens, okay? As Zigs and Zags was 6, we have 68s on. Was then showing me 98, so we're in the clear there for the moment. Now, Oscar. Biggest loser on the day. The reason why I'm red, finding support at the volume weighted average price, excuse me. It's done that on a 3-candle basis. We have bottom wick for now. We're extracting some profits, but that's, you know, nothing compared to the L that we took on this one. We had shares on with this one in the sim, and we're red on it and red on the day as a result. So we'll look to get out of some trouble on OSCR here. Let's see if it finds a bounce up above 16. I'd like to see a move above 16 right now. And then last but not least, we're still holding someone here on TBH. It's basically just a little bit below $1, a little bit above $1. I don't know which way this cookie crumbles. It's up 61%, so we're going to give this one the old college try. We're in the money on it right now. Let's see if we can actually stay in the money. We're going to send you to Adara for breaking news happening now and Neil's lesson of the day.
Elon Musk and the big beautiful bill just got asked about here in this conference. I think it's getting a bit spicier, but right now let's talk about this market. Nice push to the upside. S&P 500 near days highs. Nasdaq near days highs as well. Both of these kind of consolidative at interesting levels. Will they break out? Or will they break lower? Let's talk about Tesla, which certainly has broken out, though I still want to clarify, very much red on the day. TSLA here, we have Donald Trump. These comments just came in here, too. I already had breaking news on Tesla, but we have more now. Donald Trump saying that Elon Musk is, quote, upset because we took away the EV mandate, and he thinks that's why Musk has spoken out against the big, beautiful bill. We also had comments coming through from Howard Lutnick on the autonomous vehicle industry I want to talk about. So Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick saying, and I quote, "We will see new rules for the autonomous vehicle industry." Tesla actually pushed a bit higher on that, but just keep an eye out. Looks like Elon Musk and Tesla could still be in the discussions here. Then FXI nicely to the upside here. Of course, China on watch, although this course below its day's highs. China on watch as we do have confirmed conversations from Donald Trump, President of the United States, and Xi of China. So apparently they are talking. Trump said they're trying to get a team to negotiate. Back to you. Oh, Neil, and his lesson of the day.
Yes, lesson of the day, which could be interrupted by, and I got to move my order again on Circle. Circle's tap is now 65. This is the downside of, look, my limit orders were as high as 61. I don't use market orders to get in. I use like aggressive limit orders. So I'm sitting at 61. I'm probably gonna take like a third. I have to cancel, it's no good now. I'm probably taking like a third at this price. Above 100%, like it's doubled up at this point on Circle. I don't know how much, I'm not gonna get all in. I thought this was gonna be like an all-in IPO, but if it's more than double, I don't think I'll do that. But the actual lesson of the day is not to do with the IPOs because it hasn't even opened yet, so what are we gonna talk about? No, it's something that I thought of today on Robinhood, and that is, if you like the stock, whether it's long or short, you shouldn't be more aggressive on the downside of the V than on the upside. And it's easy to see why I'm saying that. Now, obviously, like there was an attempt to go long in Robinhood right off the open. Really did try to grab it and didn't get it. Was sitting right underneath the pre-market lows and missed it by a few cents. I elected not to chase it, which clearly would have worked. Played VWAP twice, first time win, second time loss. Okay, fine, we adhere to our stop. Then play the pre-market low, first time win, second time loss again. Then when it retook the $0.50, took that long, got a stop out underneath the prior bar low, it wicked 72 and I jumped right back in the same price we had been stopped out. So that's like 1, 2, 3 stop outs. 3 stop outs. And a quick answer for you guys here. Tesla is moving, and we'll get to it in a quick little second, but only one and now 2 longs. One, now 2 longs when we should have had more. If I'm long 4 times on the way down, it needs to be long a second or third time on the way into VWAP in there. It's pretty simple. If you like it to the long side, you should like it on a trend up more than you like it on the trend down, and that's a new rule. No matter how much I make or lose on a stock, it's a fail for me if I bought it more on the downside than I was willing to do on the upside. Let's see what the news is.
Yeah, so I just put this in the chat as well for you guys here. Donald Trump saying that he doesn't know if he has a great relationship with Elon Musk anymore, or if they will continue to have a great relationship with Elon Musk anymore. Of course, Elon Musk has been very publicly opposing Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. And then Trump actually just said right now he's right about the beautiful bill. So Trump very much here standing by the bill. Elon Musk, we know, has called it pork-filled. He's not a fan. And Trump, again, saying that he does not know if he and Musk are going to have a great relationship anymore. That could be a bad look here for TSLA right now. It is. So, yeah, Trump and Musk relationship maybe on the rocks, guys. Back to lesson, maybe, I don't know. Oh, Joe.
Going back to your
Sorry, Neil, to cut you off.
Screw up, I gotta get a haircut this weekend. Yeah, every other week, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah?
Get a nice little haircut. Yeah, there you go. So they
Does your barber ask you about stocks and stuff like that?
No,
like
he
Neil's
doesn't. I
barber?
actually don't talk too much about that.
You don't talk too much?
About that. You see,
Really?
He's a young kid, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't like crypto?
No, surprisingly, he's from Argentina, so I don't know how big that is over there. It's
Latin America, crypto's huge, bro.
Huge, right? But
Is it Ecuador or El Salvador, guys? That's
I think it's
El Salvador. Yeah,
El Salvador?
it's huge,
I thought it was
bro.
Ecuador there, yeah. But
They
yeah,
love
maybe I'll
crypto
talk
out
to him
there.
about it and see if he owns a little Bitcoin.
Assassino.
But the thing is, though,
Is crypto big in Brazil? No, assassino.
No, but for me, I don't honestly. I'm not the individual to be like, hey, you should be buying this, you should be involved in this, especially if I don't know you. Like I'll say it to my friends, but I'm not the guy in the barber chair like, yeah, man, buy Farcoin or something like that. You know what I mean?
You know Michael Nas is telling his barber that, bro. He gets his beard lined up.
Beard lined up.
He transfers some Farcoin to his barber.
So, but yeah, no, for me, or dog with hat or anything like that, I'm not going to be telling them to.
What happened now, Adara?
Yeah, let's see what Adara's got for us.
Yeah, sorry guys for all the interruptions. Interesting comments on inflation from Donald Trump. We know he's been really pro-Powell lowering the rate, and he said, quote, "You don't want to have zero inflation. We have almost perfect inflation." So Trump apparently happy with where inflation is. Interesting comments there on inflation. He says right now it's very low, but again, you don't want it to be zero. You want it to be perfect. Also, just be aware here, we do have Circle's IPO now indicated at 65 to 67. So very huge open potentially here for CRCL. In case you missed it on TSLA, Donald Trump said he's not sure if he and Elon are going to have the best relationship anymore amidst his opposition to Trump's big, beautiful bill. Back to you.
Nobody's ever had better inflation.
Yeah.
Our inflation is the best.
So what? Okay, so who's in charge of that there?
I don't know. Take him to the hole, Jerome.
Ooh, you know,
Take him to the hole.
There you go. Dude, have you seen these guys that are betting against Angel Reese for, I think they
the
won
stadium-
8 games in a row.
the
She
Stadium
misses
Live
the
guys?
first shot.
The Stadium Live guys?
It's hilarious.
Yo, I think
That
those
just
guys
reminded me of it.
Those
That's
guys
why.
are from like Vaughan or something like
Are
that.
they Canadian?
Yeah. It's like
They've made big money.
big time money. Did
Yeah.
you see that last bet? They bet like a
I
quarter.
saw up
million,
to like 7 or something like
dude,
that.
they had like a $250,000.
Are they
It was like-
rolling the profits?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, games, it's like
hilarious.
six game in a row. They're like Angel Reese. They're putting a $250,000 on Angel Reese to miss her first shot of the game. Just absolutely, I was dying when I was watching the video because as soon as Angel Reese got the ball, Buddy's like bricklayer.
Bricklayer, yeah. She building houses with the bricks.
Bricklayer, yeah.
Oh
And then
man,
just
it's so funny.
absolutely, just absolutely air balls.
She did this to herself, though, bro.
Yeah,
she did. This to herself.
She honestly
so,
did. Yeah. I mean, no, but
That's funny.
No, we'll give her credit where it's due. She's actually really good at rebounding. It's only her second year in the league. She just doesn't have like that jump shot. Like when
I
you're
don't
a big
understand
man, right? Like
about
Shaq.
that. Yeah.
Shaq.
Of course, fair.
Dwight Howard, exactly. Those,
Yeah.
I'm not going to compare Angel Reese to them, but she's good at boards, but just has she's a layer, right? She's a part-time bricklayer as well too. So, I mean, I think I could shoot a better percentage than him. Let's see what Adara's got for us.
Yeah, we have Trump continuing to speak pretty negatively about Elon Musk here. He basically said that Elon knew everything about the bill. He only started disliking the bill when he found out about the EV mandate cut. So he's saying that Elon was motivated by trying to uplift, of course, these EV sales. He also said that Elon Musk did not help him win Pennsylvania, and he could have won without Elon. So some negative comments here on Musk. Stock still dropping lower here, guys. Just be aware. Tesla dropping as we have some negative sentiment towards Elon from President Trump, his former ally. Back to you.
Former ally. Whoa, Adara. Statement. Boo.
Don't be rude.
I like it, Adara.
That's crazy.
Create some controversy. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, he's mad at it. And him and Elon they squabble up here momentarily. All right, guys, we're just going heavy here on the TQ short there. All right, so we added more as we're heading back to the lower end of this range. You can see that Tesla's now south of the volume weighted average price. NVDA is pulling back as well, too. Amazon holding up relatively strong here, Sharif, but Meta, I can't wait until next week's stats. Maybe I might go positive here on Meta because it's been on a beautiful run the past this whole week, I should say. So you can see Monday, boom, big time move up, consolidation. Take another big time move up there. So I guess that was Tuesday, and then here you go Wednesday, another big day, and then here you go another consolidation. Are we going to take that additional leg higher here in META? Let's see. And I like that stat that you pointed out. 98%, was it 97% of it comes from ad, their revenue comes from ad?
97%.
Yeah, 97.
But like, can I say something though? Like, all we hear from Zuck, I don't hear anything about digital ad sales from Zuck.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's fully developed, right? 97% revenue.
Yeah.
All we're hearing is Zuck trying to create his own ecosystem.
Yeah.
I think he's had it up to here with Apple and Android blocking his innovations, Joseph. So he's like, look, like what was the headline today? That they were reaching out to Disney. They were reaching out to some other content creators as well to create that virtual reality kind of situation. So that's his move. You can feel that's where he's going.
Absolutely.
Right?
And I mentioned this to you a couple months ago as well too, Sharif, is that he's looking to kind of head in toward that WeChat. I told you, hey, you know WeChat? And he's looking to kind of head like an all-in-one platform. You can do absolutely everything. And then if you can integrate that with AI, then it's just like,
that's the natural fit.
That's a big time competitor right there.
I agree 100% on that, man. We'll have to see how Zuck does. I have a lot of respect for the guy, and he's founder mode, right? He is the founder of the company. He's not a manager, and there's benefits that come with that, obviously. So we'll obviously cover that for you guys. All right, small cap gapper on the breakout right now. It goes by the ticker BW. It's got wide ranges per candle. Look. When it makes a new high, it has a tendency to pull back aggressively. All right, you saw that in the pre-market. You're seeing it at the you saw it at the open when it made the new high of the day, taking out the pre-market high. And something tells me you're about to see it now. Now, whether you see it immediately or you see it at the $1.50, which is very close, the $1.43 high a day right now, trading at $1.42. BW, the money fills seem to be in between the 10 and the 20. And how many times have I said that lately? That keeps seeming to be the case. So I'm going to be looking for a dip trade right now. Look at BW take out the highs. Here comes that $1.50. I'm going to be waiting at the 10 and the 20. So let's go ahead and load up BW now, man, because this thing is on that good stuff right now that we're not allowed to get on this side of the border. So BW, where is this trade, Joseph? It's on the New York. There goes that $1.50. This thing is on one right now. I'm not punching in at highs. I can promise you that. I'm going to be looking for a dip trade, and I'm setting up an order immediately at that $1.35. Now, I don't think that that's going to be the end of the matter, right? I think it probably actually maybe drops below that $1.35. But the reason I'm putting it initially at that $1.35 is because of this area right here. I want to see it's cleared this area by some distance. Here it comes. Here comes the aggressive selling. 155 high, dips down into 145. Can it dip down another 10 cents? That's where I'm waiting. Let's see this now. Does it mean revert like it did at the open? They have a tendency to do this. When you have a wide range per candle and you mean revert on the high daybreak, you seem to do it over and over. So I'm going to leave my order right there at 155. Shout out to Ichimoku Cloud Surfer. I got it in $1.22. We're dropping the money for Ichimoku Cloud Surfer. I hope I didn't butcher your name, but this thing is going, Joseph. 162, 163. It's not stopping. So maybe we won't get in after all. This thing is on one and then some right now. It is really squeezing. BW is the ticker. And let me give you some information on it if you're interested.
Let's go.
What happened? The market's tanking?
Yeah, big time.
Look at all these guys.
We're going to take a little bit here. We're short here.
Go.
Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit off there, guys, on that move to the south side. So there we go. I had it really aggressively right there. I mean, I tripled what I started with. So I just had my starter position, and then I just tripled it up right there. And there we go. We got a nice move to the downside, 75.10s. And you can see the weakness displayed here in the tape. So, yeah, pretty good look there on TQs, guys. I only took, how much did I take off? Not even 10% there. So, sorry, 15%. So, I mean, yeah, let's continue to move this move lower. 75 going to be the next target, 75.05. We're going to look to take out some more. Tesla continuously bleeding. We're going to go to Adair, and then we're going to talk some more Tesla because I think it's leading the way here.
Yeah, we have Elon Musk. It seems like he's responded already to Donald Trump's comments. He also said that he was disappointed in Elon. Basically what happens here, we know that Donald Trump just talking about how Elon was criticizing the big, beautiful bill. Well, about a minute ago here, Elon posts on X, slim, beautiful bill for the win, metal emoji. So Elon, I guess, a little bit upset here about Trump's comments. It looks like, as Donald Trump suggested, the relationship might not be as good as it used to be. Back to you.
To Sharif.
What?
In modern day society is that we just tweet at each other and move the market.
I'm good with it.
You're cool. You're cool with it?
I don't care.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun for
I
us.
won't be tweeting at people that I have that I'm beefing with. I'll, you know,
No,
I'll probably text.
You just dropped the location, right?
What do you mean? Oh, for fighting?
Yeah.
I'm not actually talking about trading hands, bro. Oh my God, this guys just want violence right away, bro.
Like,
There's
hey,
no
man,
talking.
Enough of the Twitter fingers. Yeah, exactly. I like what Katina Man say. I haven't heard that saying in a long time. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's an excellent recipe to get in trouble there, baby.
You know what I mean? It's how you get things done efficiently, apparently.
I love it.
Oh, let's go.
What's happening? Are we still tanking?
Sharif. Yeah,
Get it, baby.
Yeah. This is big time here. What a big time move to the downside there. Yeah, let's go. We'll take a little bit more off there as we punch through 75 on the TQs. We were short this market, felt that we were slightly overextended. Meta looks like it wants to crack some key support levels. NVDA heading back towards the volume weighted average price. Amazon coming back into VWAP as well too. And my guy Robinhood still holding up relatively strong.
All right, I'm waiting for a dip trade here on BW over 100%, 178 high. I've got two entries. As you can see there on your screen, two cyan lines. Waiting for the fill. There we go. Now we got 155s on. All right, but I'm still waiting at this 135 area. And the reason I am is because of this area over here. So I'm trying to front run it. This is previous area resistance. Now let's see if it acts as support. The level's 130, but you know how I feel about front running levels because it tends to be, a crowded trade. So this is mean reverting as I expected. It did it at the open. It likely will do it now. Whether I have bottom wick or it's going to continue to go and get that 135 fill, we'll see. So in case it doesn't, let's set up some orders now to the high side. Going to sit at 155s initially, and then we'll layer, into 60s as well to de-risk a little bit here. But ideally, I get this fill and we get the better cost basis on BW. Big move up there on BW, expecting an equally big move down. If it's done it once and it keeps showing you its propensity to do it, it likely will do it again. Keeping an eye on OSCR. My biggest loser on the day. What do we have on this one? We got 77s. It's showing me 88s. This one is destined for a flat bottom break. I want no more to do with this. It really cannot make a higher high. I'll get out of this until it shows me it's able to make a higher high. You can see this. It's been basically all the way down into the volume weighted average price with lower high, lower high, lower high, basically defending that volume weighted average price as support. That usually ends up in boom. Flat bottom break, guys. Basically my version of a descending wedge. So we'll keep tabs on that. Back now to BW, as it comes a lot closer to that 135. So big mean reversion trade, topping till into 178. Can we get that 135? So we're out of the money right now. We're at 150. What's going on, Joseph? Take it through it, baby.
We're moving to the south side here, guys. Big time short here in the overall market, heading right back towards the volume weighted average price, being led by the likes of Tesla. Meta's starting to pick up some steam to the downside as well, too. So let's go. Oh, my days.
We're tanking,
Yeah, we're tanking big time. Bigly, Sharif, as my guy would say. Yeah, bigly over here. I mean, there it is. I was read earlier in the day. We'll go. Oh my days. All right.
Oh my days.
Yeah, exactly, bruv. But we got to see what we got going on. We'll take some more off down here, guys. How much? I don't even know. I got about 30% of my remaining position there. But yeah, I mean, I was red. We'll go through those trades momentarily. I shorted some Robinhood that's now back to VWAP. I didn't hold on to that, but I'm glad that I held on to this into the volume weighted average price, and I took a couple stabs on Bitcoin. But we'll go over the review now. Just slightly green, but with this unrealized, I still have around like 20% of my remaining position there, but we're really starting to move to the downside there, Sharif.
If you want a prop firm that's transparent, guys, and it's also fair and actually wants you to succeed, listen up. PropX gives you 1 to 200 leverage, one of the highest out there, and no high watermark. That's cool. You also get fast payouts, real support, and a team that's on your side. That's why they're rated 4.6 on Trustpilot and climbing, baby. So use code TRADERTV TV to get 50% off your challenge right now. Scan that QR code or click the link in the description box and start trading smarter with PropX. Pass the challenge, get funded. I like how, you know, their slogan is very straightforward. You pass the challenge, you get funded. No ands,
in
if,
that
or
order.
buts.
You don't get funded.
No. You can't do that, Joseph. That just doesn't work like that.
I got one thing I want to touch on before I send it back to you here momentarily there, Sharif. Jonathan Canny, this is for both you and I here. Sharif, please, any advice to manage a 2-day very bad hit? Thanks. I mean, it's only 2 days. Very bad hit. Make sure you just have those risk measures in place and kind of get comfortable. You don't have to take very bad hits. I mentioned this before. There's only a couple outcomes that can happen in trading. You either break even, you lose a little, you lose a lot. You either make a little or you make a lot, and just try to stay within that frame. And the one thing is, you don't want to be on the latter half. You don't want to lose a lot when you're not planning to. So just kind of scale back in size, get your head thinking straight again. Slowly gain that confidence back, but make sure you just have stop losses in place.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I'd ask is why I lost a lot.
Yeah.
What happened?
Exactly.
Like, what did I do that I didn't execute correctly? Did I give myself way too much stop? Way too much room on my stop? Did I not follow a hard stop? Did I remove it because I thought I'd DCA into it? Did I have unplanned dollar cost averages? So I would be going through a step-by-step list of what I executed wrong that led to that loss, because there's no way you could sit on a table and say, all right, you know, I'm gonna try to make a 2-to-1 trade here. And then you end up losing maybe 4-to-1 on the downside. Like, what happened there, right? So that's what that would be my first starting point, to go through the list of what I executed wrong, or what wrong ideas that I had. So that would be my first thing there, just to see exactly how it all fell apart, and then I try to make the adjustments accordingly. And that's kind of how I would look. So without more information, obviously, on what happened in your trade, it's really super vague and more theoretical. If you want to,
someone said in the chat, "Are you ever planning to?" But no, I will tell you this right now. And the saying goes, "Failing to prepare is preparing to fail." Right there. So.
Failing to prepare. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you necessarily mean sit there and, you know, go through a checklist and, you know, an actual physical checklist. But if you have a mental thing that you go through, a process that you go through, and that you didn't do this time because you saw stock moving aggressively and you punched in, well, yeah, of course, you're going to have trouble there. No question about it.
Absolutely.
I definitely agree with that.
I mean, it's the trade plan, right? Like, again, just stick to the trade plan and just get comfortable with losing quite often. It happens all the time. I mean,
the NQ's bouncing off VWAP quite aggressively there.
Really aggressively. It's now formed a hammer candle there, Sharif. So,
sir.
And I mean, we got a hammer at the lows here on Tesla as well, too, there, guys. And the volume signature is supporting that you might get that bounce back towards the volume weighted average price. So you can see that we slowly were stepping as we started to accelerate to the downside. But now we have this candle that's probably the 4th largest of the session. Excuse me. So look for a potential bounce right here. I mean, it's not completely isolated, but just see, I mean, that this will determine a lot, right? Like, if that volume profile stays relatively weak on this 5-minute, then maybe this is just going to be a breath. You get that consolidation before you take an additional leg lower. But this signal also displays like, hey, we might be able to bounce back in towards the VWAP here. I mean, it is just headline. Nothing has changed fundamentally. So again, I think that's when Tesla really started to tank, when he decided to tweet about that his big beautiful bill there the other day. But again, I don't think that's anything that's really hindering the stock fundamentally. It's just also been on a monster run the last little bit, and the market will find something to sell off on.
Absolutely. Just changing this over here. We're going to change. Did I put that one over here? No, I didn't. So we're going to take TBH off. We're going to put NEGG. Shout out to Tisha, because this is one of her callouts here. I happen to like this one, Tisha. I think it's setting up nicely. NEGG setting up nicely right now on that pull back into $9 and extension of the volume weighted average price. Still waiting for something to happen here on BW. It has 2 bottoming tail candles that are all coming into the 10. None of them have filled my 135. Okay, so I'm moving up my 135 now into 140. Okay, because there's way too many bottoming tail candles there for me to continue to watch that. And if I end up moving it incorrectly, well, so be it. All right, so we're going to cancel that previous 135. Oh, goodness, I hate this thing. And then we'll see what we get there. Let's go ahead and throw some more orders on this one at 60. We got one profit taker, but it's really nothing to write home about there. Definitely looking to get more shares at better prices and a bounce off a key area of technical support. Zena continues to do well over here as we take higher highs and higher lows, still holding some, but we're having trouble with 6. That's what the weird part. We get above 6 by some distance. Over here, I got 18s, 6 18s, and then right back below 6. That's the bad news. The good news is we're putting in higher lows with what seems to be a flat top in and around that 6 mid-teens, okay? So that's the good news there, because usually when you're putting in higher lows with that same area of resistance, usually it's a break to the high side, but it's not a hard and fast rule. So I'm keeping my eye on ZENA. We have a good entry into it, and I'll be interested in seeing what this one does. But just before we do the ad, NEGG, guys, here we go again. It's found support at $9 now 4 times, and here it is at 9.5. It is a bit spready, so be careful with it, Joseph.
Good stuff. This is one of the most valuable parts of Trade the Pool, Sharif. It's called VOD, Video On Demand Library, a free resource filled with real trading stories, strategy deep dives, and practical insights to help you grow. Whether you're looking to improve your entries, manage risk better, or just stay motivated, this is where experience meets education, guys. And to make sure nothing valuable slips through the cracks, there's the note feature. See something worth remembering? Click note. Write it down, and it stays saved inside the video. That's pretty cool. I might have to check that out there.
Okay.
Head to tradethepool.com, tap the trading VOD, and start completely free right now. Go check out Trade the Pool. Man, so trading can wake you up, that's for sure. There's no questioning that, guys. We're still sitting in this. So it looks like we got a breath. So if this level holds up, right, then maybe we can get a little bounce back towards the volume weighted average price. But as soon as we give up most of this move here and then head to the lower end of this wick, then look for a continuous move down. I mean, there is some key support levels right there. You can see we bounce off of 312.39 right now. And let's pull up the options chain, guys, to see what we got going on.
Pull up.
Yeah, pull up. Pull up. And okay, and what did for those who are paying attention, where did I say the highest level of open interest was there on NVDA? 145. Where did we trade as high to? All right, so there's a little bit of a call wall right there. Okay, with that being said, it's up there. Yeah, a little Paul wall up there. Let's pull up some Tesla. Let's see what we got going on. Is there any? Why are we holding up this 312? There's nothing on the put side that says, hey, this is some good solid support. Again, this is 1 DTE. This is tomorrow's expiration cycle. And there's nothing from a concentration standpoint that I say, hey, there's some definitive levels. I mean, we can go all the way down to 300, but I highly doubt that Tesla is going to trade to $300 by tomorrow.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, we got a partial fill on BW.
Oh,
Let's see.
It's closer. Sorry.
Hey?
No, I'm just saying 300. I mean, that's only 12 points away, so it can most definitely happen. I thought we were around 330s for some reason, but yeah, after that dive, 311.
All right. Guys, yeah, just excuse the noise back there. You guys know we're doing the Studio 8 renovations. Cecino, are we able to give him a quick look there at everything, just so everybody knows what's going on back there? Probably hard a little bit to see because we put some, yeah. We can show them if we can, if you're able to. No worries if you can't. Yeah, so we have studio renovations going on, guys. The biggest renovation we've ever had in the history of the show. And we've had some renovations. Trust me, I've been here 3 years, more than 3 years now. So there's been some stuff, and this is by far the biggest one ever. So there's going to be some noise in the background, and obviously we do apologize for that, but hoping to do it better for you guys. We do it live every day. Shout out to the boys back there, man. They're absolutely killing it. They're trying to get stuff done in the morning before all the noise comes in, but sometimes we just can't really help that. So that is the situation. All right, guys, NEG keeps going up higher, man. I didn't want to punch into this because it's just too spready. It's just too wild here to manage risk. Right now, it's not that bad. It's about a 10-penny spread, but I've seen it as wide as 25 and 30. So that is going to be a bit of a problem here to be able to manage risk. So NEGG, trade it at your own risk. But this one is the gift that keeps on giving. ZENA keeps putting in higher highs and higher lows. So looking at the beak now at 30s, and then at 40s for the next little profit takers. It's got a great hold above the volume weighted average price, and since it found support at that $5.50 area, it's been a plethora of higher highs and higher lows, so we'll keep an eye out on this one. But it is right now make or break time for this trade, BW. So we got the fill at 140, and now it's going to have to hold up above the $1.25. I've layered my orders out on this one, so I'm looking for a mean reversion spike up. If we've seen it once, possibly seen it 100 times, this one has a tendency of making new highs and then mean reverting immediately. So here it is. We got bottom wick now. Here comes that $0.50. Are we able to clear the $0.50? Because that's the initial area I'm waiting at. And then I've layered every 5 pennies. Adira, LaBeach.
Sharif Gabriel, we do have here the conclusion of this bilateral meeting between President Trump and Chancellor Merz of Germany. As you can see here, Nasdaq trying to bounce a little bit. This is the chart, just so you guys know, these remarks are now over. Now we also have Elon Musk continuing to respond to Donald Trump on X. We know that Donald Trump spoke not necessarily super positively about Elon Musk during this meeting. He said that he was disappointed in how he was going against the big, beautiful bill. Elon Musk continuing to, I guess, refute some comments made there. Just letting you guys know that back and forth is still happening. And it looks like this friendship might no longer be a thing. Back to you.
His truth, eh? I went to click one of his truths and he deleted it. Oh, okay, here we go. I'm just having a look. Look, guys, I had no choice. I had to give Truth social notification permissions, which I don't usually give anything notification. I hate getting inundated with notifications. But we had to do it for Donald because he's a market mover. He's his latest post there 31 seconds ago, him and Friedrich Merz, which is the Chancellor of Germany, meeting at the front there. Yeah, nothing really over here, just a bunch of videos of him. He did about an hour ago talk about the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, who he claims is a Democrat-run institution. He says, shockingly, the Democratic-controlled CBO just announced that the tariffs will be reducing the deficit by at least $2.8 trillion. Too bad this information couldn't have been released earlier. It would have kept people from knowingly saying untruths. All right. Okay. And then, yeah, the one prior to that was about President Xi, which Adara already brought us, so we'll keep tabs on that. Uh-oh. Savage. He's dropping cash in the chat, Joseph. That's what he's doing. Love the show and everything you guys do. Get those construction workers some donuts. LFGO, you guys rock. Dude, you have no idea. So the guy behind that blue wall right there, he's the one killing it back. I offer this guy food and coffee every day. He just won't have it. He always brings his own stuff. Shout out to him, man. He's all class, very polite guy, and obviously very skilled at what he does. He's a carpenter.
Yeah, he was telling me. Yeah,
awesome guy, man.
Yeah, he's very, very kind.
Yeah, so those guys are absolutely killing it back there. He did have a little bit of help yesterday because we're still in the demo process, guys. Yeah. We're still demolishing everything. So, Assassino, if we can, this wall right over here, that wall is coming down right there. So you guys can see that wall. They've already started destroying the boardroom on the other side of that wall. So all that stuff came down, but there's a pipe there that needs to be relocated. So we gotta take care of that. So it's taking some time here.
All right, yeah. Good look there. And I've seen that the algo room is slowly starting to come together.
It is. They put up the new wall for the algo room there. It could be done soon. I like having the algo boys on the floor, though. I like it, yeah, because they're always in the room. So I never really got to talk to them that much. But now, now the algo boys are out and about.
Now they're out and about there. Yeah. All right, yeah, good stuff there. Good look there from.
Get it, algo boys, the Derek says.
You know what, Assassino and Fabian, we're still waiting on the Get It GIF here. So anytime if you guys. There's no Get It, man. We don't have that yet. So we're still waiting.
Yeah. Well, we don't tell the Chilean Nightmare what to do.
We don't tell them. Yeah.
But we can make suggestions to the Chilean Nightmare.
I'm suggesting there. I don't want to tell them what to do.
No. We live in fear of the production team.
Yeah, for sure. So I apologize, guys, if I ever offended anybody over there. Trust me, I'm not telling you what to do. But no, we have fun. Guys, saw this MMA bloody reel of Andreas Gustafsson and Tony Lamprey. Oh, my Lord. Okay, sorry, I thought that was more trading related. Maybe we'll talk some fighting later, but we got a lot going on in these markets. Bitcoin heading towards the low of day here as well, too, guys. Whoever, I know someone in the chat, we were talking a little bit this morning on shorting Bitcoin. It curled over around the volume weighted average price and then made that additional leg lower. So if you've put on that trade and are still currently sitting in it, congratulations, good call there. And that's what I was referring to earlier, is just looking at everything from a bigger picture as well, too. Where's the underlying sitting from a daily standpoint? Where's it going to sit when we open up? And you can see that we were at the top end of the range, but we didn't sit on top of it. We just opened there, and then sure enough, it looked like we were just going to consolidate and head back to the lower end of the range. And that's why after my second attempt on the name, I decided like, hey, I'm not going to get involved in this because in my notes, I wrote that down and I'll display those here momentarily. But these were my two, it's at $70 right now.
That's crazy.
$70 right now. It's crazy. Obi's seen these before. He's like, yeah. Do you think Circle can just squeeze to like 200? How you remember you were telling me about Newsmax? Yeah, all right. He has no
Big
idea.
smile. You're killing me.
So yeah, just getting back. So, what's that, brother? All right. I'm just saying. Hey, man. I'm just asking because you said you had.
JPM is the underwriter, so we have to see.
There he is, Obi.
Go ahead. If there's a what? Get it, Ob. Unmute, Andre. Thank you. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, there you go.
He's unmuted. There you go.
No, all right. He said held bid off of the open. So that's exactly what he's looking for. Gorev, yeah, there it is. And that's what I was referring to, Gorev. It just looked like a breath. I mentioned that to you because we just couldn't hold. As the market took a little move to the top side, Tesla was having no part of that. And then here you can, here you go. You can see that we're making that additional leg lower. So now 300, definitely in the works here. I'm not going to say today, but maybe by the end of the week, there is where we have the highest level of concentration on the put side. This is obviously right at that whole dollar right there, 300. And it's nothing for Tesla to drop $20 or anything like that in a day. But I think it's going to be a great buying opportunity.
See what your friend Elon just posted about 45 minutes ago?
Yeah.
He retweeted a tweet that Donald Trump posted on July 31st of 2012.
Yeah.
2012.
This is sounding like a bad breakup. This is getting into.
I love this. Okay, listen. So Donald, in this 2012 tweet, wrote, "No member of Congress should be eligible for re-election if our country's budget is not balanced. Deficits not allowed." So Elon retweeted that with his own caption saying, "I couldn't agree more," and put 2 American flags there. So the drama continues.
Exactly. How like the tides have turned. You know.
Hold on, there's more. There's more. And then he tweeted yet another tweet from 2013, January 23rd, 2013, where Donald Trump tweeted at the time, "I cannot believe the Republicans are extending the debt ceiling. I'm a Republican and I'm embarrassed." And then Elon captioned that with his own wise words. So here we go. Get it, Adara. So this is really interesting. Okay, so yeah, Elon's tweeting up a storm right now. He's on one right now, and he just tweeted 10 minutes ago, claiming that something Trump had said was false. Basically, Adara's going to cover all this. False. This bill was never shown to me even once, and was passed in the dead of the night, so fast that almost no one in Congress could even read it. He was responding to what Donald had said in the meeting with the German chancellor, which is, "I'm very disappointed with Elon. I've helped him a lot. He knew the inner workings of the bill better than anybody sitting here. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden, he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out we're going to cut the EV mandate." Elon responding to this saying that's false. Get it, Adara.
Getting some super chats coming in.
All of this Elon and Trump drama aside, I want to talk about the market and some inflation here because that is also, of course, on watch. We know Donald Trump earlier today said that inflation doesn't need to be zero. It just needs to be perfect. We have Fed's Kugler, though, raising some concerns about inflation. She's saying here that the pandemic inflation experience is apparently still impacting expectations. Also saying that she views inflation as a bigger risk right now than weaker employment. So Fed's Kugler very concerned about inflation. Keep an eye on this market, and I guess keep an eye on X here for this Trump-Musk drama. Back to you.
Oh, baby.
Our guy, did you read Big Spiles?
What? Yeah, I saw it, man. He blew something or another there.
Yeah,
Big
as
Spile,
a blue-collar guy, we want coffee and nicotine. Pretty simple guy. You don't ask for much,
Big
right?
Spile, don't tell me you're on that nicotine tip. I'll get very disappointed.
But
Bro, you've been killing it with the health. He's lost a ton of weight. You know that, right? Yeah, but there's other stuff there, Katinaman, that's,
Don't hop on the old Zyn or Zonic train.
It's better than the inhaling carcinogens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people use that to get off
Did you
it,
ever
right?
smoke cigarettes?
Never, man. Never smoked
I
cigarettes.
think once in a while.
I hated it because my parents, I told you, used to smoke when I was young.
It was
I hated
just something
it.
that never caught for me. I didn't like the taste of it or anything.
Or the smell. It used to drive
the
me
smell.
crazy when my parents would smoke in the house and it'd have to smell that hot garbage,
Yeah, but
right?
that's how it is over there, right?
That's what it is. Well, it was here, bro. I moved here when I was 4 years old.
but
You know what I mean?
they grew up there.
Oh, they're all about that life
exactly,
over over there.
So
they're all about that life.
$10 from TD Baker. Thank you very much for that.
I see it, Scott. I see it.
For the Trump Entertainment. Yeah, we got you covered there across the board. Adair's going to be bringing us all those news. Sharif's tapped into Truth Social as well, too. So we're going to be checking that out throughout the day. And I mean, here we go. We're starting, the Twitter fingers are starting to pick up here as they go back and forth.
Twitter fingers. It's so good.
So there you go. Yeah, so we'll see what we got going on with those keyboards.
We're open?
Let's go. Oh,
okay, we're open. We're open. Cover, because I don't have it. Yeah.
Let's go. We're out hugely.
The Katina man's up big. All right, let's pull this up, man. Where the hell's the screen at, bro?
Oh, let's go. Boom. All right, we'll flatten out there. Oh, what a big pop. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Hey, good call out there on that one. Boom.
Nice,
like that.
man.
Let's go. Obi, did you take that as well too, my guy? Obi's not saying anything. All right.
Oh, yeah, let him concentrate. He's doing his thing, bro. Yeah.
All right, I got to
go ahead, cover it, because I don't have it here, bro.
CRCL.
Yeah. Nice, Katina man. Great trade, brother. What fantastic trade. Way to stay emotional about it.
It's already did it halt already? All right, so there I go.
Of course it's halted,
I was in at 72, out just before 74. It's a $2 pop, just like that on Circle. Let's go. And I'm still sitting in the overall short in the market. We're trading at 75, 76s. What is the top 75, 90s right now? Halted, didn't even last for 30 seconds there, guys. Man, what a big time move on that one. Great call out. Katina man came over to me and say, hey, Joe, do this. And I'm like, all right, my friend, I'm going to try. Did I take this size that I should have? Probably not, but we got involved in it anyway, so that was a really good ride. Wow, what a big time move there in Circle. So a nice little scalp. Seeing the strength. Got involved. We weren't shorting this name whatsoever. Up 144% already. Hasn't even been open for 2 minutes yet. We're already hitting those hold parameters. This thing is really, really close. And we're still locked into...
Are you kidding?
Damn, let's go.
Nice, Neil, man. Neil took it too, and he made more money with less size than the core week trade.
Exactly.
Fantastic trade, Neil, man.
Yeah, I made more money with way less size on Circle with than with TQs as well too. So
yeah, I'm happy for you guys. That's a great trade by all you guys on this floor, man. Fantastic look. Oh, you're good, Neil. You're good. You're good. What happened to Tesla?
Yeah, Tesla's...
He's fighting with Elon. That's why Tesla's absolutely tanking, guys.
And we're still sitting in this Qs trade as well, too. I'm going to take a little bit more off, Sharif, but we're going to ride this trend all the way down to the depths itself.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Take it down to the bottom, baby.
Yeah, we're riding. Well, I mean, that would be insane.
Got it from the bottom now.
But, yeah, Circle looking really good there, guys. We're halted already. Nice scalp on that one. Oh, wow. Oh, Katina man told me to take an X amount, and I took a fraction of it, but we still got involved in it. We had a little bit of fun. He's like, just do it, Joe. But yeah, there it is. We're still sitting on approximately, we'll call it 15% of what we had going on in the TQs. That was the short, but we made substantially more on that Circle scalp right there. With a fraction amount of the size right there. So there we go. Tesla continuing to bleed. I know you guys want to start talking this one, so we'll pull up Tesla. This is what I was referring to. This could have been a breath, right? We didn't get that move back towards the volume-weighted average price. As soon as we crack some of these, the low a day, boom, you get that another $2, $3 move down to the downside there, guys. So that is Tesla continuing to bleed. We got TQs to breach the volume-weighted average price, and then Circle just like that. Oh, did you actually? Yeah, that's fine. You can talk about it. Yeah, big time move. Nice move there, Katina man. Beautiful scalp there. Shut up for that advice. We took that. We like Circle. We're going to pull it up one more time. What is the top sitting at? Man, these IPOs are absolutely insane. Still 75.90 where we're currently paused at, guys. Big time move. $2 scalp, just like that in a span of a couple seconds on Circle Street.
All right, man. While Circle was breaking out, Joseph, I don't know why. Zena broke out. Zena absolutely rocketed. Almost into $7. We got $5.69 on now. So Zena, Z-E-N-A on one. Look at that breakout, man. Right into, I think, the high of the day there, $6.92. We were able to get top wick. Now set up at south of 7. Wow. 77.5, I'm being told now, is the theoretical auction price on CRCL. So I'm going to go ahead and set up at 707s over here on ZENA. Let's take extract some profits. But let's look at CRCL. There it is. Let's look at the theoretical auction price. Just allow me a second to load it up on my screen. Trading screen 1, CRCL. So the tap now, I don't actually have the tap on this one because it's a New York stock. So we'll have to wait to see exactly what the situation is. But it halted 75.90. And one way to always know when it might open up, you look at your time in sales. Look at that left side there. It sells 12:39.06. You add increments of 5 to that time, okay? So volatility halts come in waves of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So the earliest it can open would be 44.06. What time is it? 43:37. So we got about 30 seconds or so until the first possible open time. Now, most likely, this is not a hard and fast rule, most likely, because it's a first halt, an IPO, it likely will be a 5-minute halt. Usually they hold it for a little bit longer when it's been halting multiple times. That hasn't happened here, so let's keep an eye on CRCL. Well received this IPO, bought up very aggressively by people in the IPO market, as well as the investment banks that are underwriting this. The underwriters have an option to buy, and there it is. It's open.
Dang,
now zigging and zagging. Now Joseph Cake it. $81. Oh, baby.
Yeah,
take it, baby. Take it.
Yeah. Big time move. I mean, I'm not out of this. I'm not going to be. If you were on the right side of this hole, money.
Wow, 85, bro. Spend the money, man.
Money.
Wow, there it goes. Gonna halt.
85. Yeah, it's gonna halt again there, guys.
False halt parameter there. Yep.
Whoa. Look at that strength. There you go. 86. This is absolutely insane. 87,
IPO season's back,
40.
baby.
Yeah, exactly.
IPO season's back.
This is, but just like, but someone's on the opposite side of this. This thing's going to hit $90 here momentarily.
It's going to halt 88, 89.
This is crazy.
88. No way.
Go.
This is a fantastic number. 88.
Now you got to take it, Sharif.
Oh, come on. Let's go, CD Lamb.
And the Qs are tanking.
Oh, that's fantastic. Tesla's now down 7 1/3, man.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to see 300 today on Tesla. I was referring to, so whoever said that strobe, that's funny, but I got to block that, all right? We can't say that stuff in the chat, unfortunately. But
already got
that was
held,
comical.
bro.
Yeah. So there you go. I had to block that one. It is funny. That made me crackle, but unfortunately we can't have that type of language here. But what a big time move.
Great trade, Katina, man. Way to do it, baby. Way to do it. Well, that's still okay. It's very good what you did there, brother. So everything's fine. All right, I'm being passed. Yeah, fantastic trade, Katina, man. I'm not going to say how much you made, but you made a lot, okay? All right, this is today's lunch, Katina, man. We got the chicken. The Katina man's lit right now. He's feeling good, as he should be. And now he's going to chow down some food. He's going to reinvigorate the body there.
Is that chicken there?
No, it's chicken. It's everybody's favorite protein, baby.
Piece of that.
You get a piece, this guy. Oh, my God. I was trying to eat my food. I was trying to eat my food yesterday on the couch after we got off the show, and all I see is Neil's head just like looking at my food there. I'm like, Neil, I'm going to choke on my food, man.
Okay, that's up.
Adara LePage.
Adara LePage.
Palantir tanking here. Semaphore reporting that House and Senate Republicans, so Republicans apparently across the board, are pumping the brakes on the Trump administration's Palantir-powered push to merge agency data. In case you've missed it, there have been a slew of reports suggesting that the Trump administration is working with Palantir on, I guess, some surveillance-type technology. Semaphore reporting that apparently Republicans are not okay with this, and PLTR dropping intensely here on this report from Semaphore. Back to you.
Oh, my God, that was an ugly chart you showed there, Adara. Wowzers. That's an aggressive move down. That's aggressive.
Wow.
It sent Palantir to the downside.
Yeah, I know. I get that. I love how she just comes in and then she shuts the door and then she comes in again. And then she comes back on the screen. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, hey,
everything's fine.
When you're in we just live in Adara's world. Let's go TQs here. I'm going to pull this up here, guys, as we continuously bleed.
Tesla's bleeding.
Oh, yeah, we're big time bleeding here, guys. Wow, what a move off the top. Your boy caught that. Katina Man said, Joe, take some circle as well, too. We took some of that. We took that short here on the TQs.
Oh my God.
We are absolutely cooking up here today.
Cook it.
The market is weak. Look at the tape. Look at that time and sales.
Show 'em the tape.
As we continuously bleed lower and lower. Sorry, Adara. We have to see what we got going on here live. I know you got that news. Let's go the overall market. I'm going to take just a little bit more off down here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to diamond hands. Deontay Wilder, Adara.
Yeah, this Elon Musk-Trump situation continues. Elon Musk now saying that Trump would have lost the election without him, and Tesla and the market falling more. To be clear, Trump actually said himself that he would have won without Elon. Now Elon actually saying the exact opposite. I have no market-wide news, but Palantir dropping here, Tesla dropping. So two very large components here of these indices, bringing the market to the downside as far as I can tell right now. But if I see any news, I will of course keep you all apprised. Back to you.
Wow, I got to tell you, I'm really surprised with what's happening right now. I didn't think that they would have taken the bait. I mean, the media, the other side has been looking at creating a wedge between them since day one, and this is how they're going to let it go down. Yeah, I think that this is. I think they can do both. They can do better.
It's borderline childish.
It kind of is. It kind of is, right?
It's like, but I mean, hey.
But they're both super vocal, and they both don't back down, right? So that's the thing.
That's the thing. It can just be an absolute avalanche of chaos here via X. Like, right? So, okay, so what?
And the funny thing is, Elon will go to X, and then Donald will truth, and then neither one will want to. Yeah, it's so funny.
It's like,
oh my
man,
God,
you know what I mean? It's absolutely crazy stuff as the market is just absolutely bleeding. I'm going to be looking for a big-time rebound tomorrow because, I mean, if we're just revolving around these two kind of throwing jabs at each other, bounce, as my guy Obi would like to say, reversion, maybe possibly, but like, man, what a chef's kiss, because we were just cooking up a storm here in the TQs.
Cook it up, baby.
The tap on circle is around 89.
What's that? Best IPO of all time, Katina Man says. Cannot lose.
IPO of all time. Yeah, it's unfortunate that this is going on and you have these two superpowers kind of just butting heads with each other. I don't know if now the thing is though, you don't want them to start going super low blow. No. I feel that Elon might have thrown a blow a little bit just below the belt there, saying that Donald would not have won the election without him. Yeah, you don't want to go across those lines. There's some things that you say and you don't say. Is that kind of, are we running into that realm? Maybe, possibly. I just don't think you cross certain borders. No. Especially via on the computer.
Yeah, and look, bro, Elon just suffered 4 years of lawfare where every governmental agency, governmental agency under the basically under the government umbrella was investigating him. Does he really want to open up that can of worms again, brother? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't have been doing that. But to each his own. Get it, Elon, and I hope everything resolves itself. Just don't tank these markets. $94 being. Wow, this thing is open. Here we go. $95, Katina Man. 95, 96. Here comes 100. Who said 100? Who was the one saying 100?
No, I think I might.
Didn't you the one say 100? And Obi told you there was no way it was going to hit 100, bro?
No, he didn't say that.
Oh, who then said that?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
Imagine if you and I held
trouble at home, Elon. That's definitely it.
I wish I held, with the amount of shares that I had on this circle trade, if I held that, my days, yeah, I know. You're
what happened?
Right, man. Yeah, we well, he told me.
He did say that you said that.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. That's $100.
Here, guys. Circle. He did tell me that. Let's go. Look at that. Ooh.
This is it. Okay, 105.
102.
Here we go.
This thing is going to continuously going. Assassino says, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. If you're enjoying what we got going on, the market's
You have the option to like and subscribe.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Flex on him, baby.
Upside.
Where's the VWAP video?
Bam.
Bring it out.
Yeah.
There it is.
Standing in my b-boy stance. You know what I mean? We would have been.
All right.
We would have been good friends.
Reminds me of like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, bro. Who remembers that?
We would have been good friends in high school, man.
I love it. I love it. We're having a good time, guys. The Katina Man says circle. You know what is halting down? Here we go. It's basically a 104 high at the moment, and now we are losing 92. Here comes 91. Do we lose 90? The halt level, Joseph, as we've talked about many times before, intraday areas of support and resistance, $89 being held on to for the moment. Oh, here we go. Coming down into 90. Does it lose that halt level?
Wow.
So a lot of profit taking one has to assume at this level because, well, there's really no fundamental reason for anything to be up here yet because this is well overvalued, 200%, and right back up into 95 it goes. Good look right now for CRCL. You're not holding it anymore, are you?
On Circle?
CRCL?
No, I'm out. I'm going to take a little bit more on the cues here. Oh, my days. I don't even have that many shares left, guys. Full disclosure, I have less than 10%. I got like 5% left, but I'm just riding this wave all the way to the downside. Look where we were. Dude, I tripled up my position right here.
That's crazy.
I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna be honest, I was slightly like, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Boom, punch a.
And right up.
Decent, yeah, and then there you go.
Fantastic,
we get that
bro. That's
massive
beautiful,
push to the
man.
downside there. My guy CRM holding up relatively strong. I mean, we were trading up almost to 269s. Yeah, we're out of that. I mean, oh, wow, yeah. Circle, just absolutely fantastic stuff. If you guys are enjoying what we're doing, just please make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Let's go, OB. Let's go. Let's.
I got excited there.
Yeah,
I was like,
there you
what
go.
happened?
He said it. So Obi, there you go. It might be on the short side of things here in circle.
Nice,
guys.
Ob.
Yeah, that move back towards the volume weighted average price. Let's go.
Great trade, Ob.
He put on some shares as well there too. So good time stuff. Once again, guys, hit that like and subscribe. If you enjoy what we got going on, Adair's got the news. First and foremost, we have everything right now halt down here in circle. I'm focusing on the Qs. Let's see what we got going on. To be honest, I have too much going on right now. I'm going to send it over to my guy.
Come on, Sharif. Quadunking, says Big Spile Burdette. Look, brother, I don't know what's going to happen with this market, but let's have a look at what Circle is doing. It is halted down, Joseph, 84.92. Ram. The blood just doesn't stop. Your boy, OB.
Long circle, short Qs. Donald, Elon fighting. We don't even know. We just follow the price action.
It doesn't matter.
Put on monster trades. It doesn't even matter anymore.
It doesn't matter, my boy.
It doesn't even matter.
You go long, you go short, you can make money in this market. It's about getting the right timing, baby. Keep your eye out on the market. Guys, we could see SSR on Tesla today. We are over 8% negative coming into that $300 level. The blood is real in these here markets, and Tesla paying the price for what is end up being a big boy public breakup between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Whether it's all real or whether it's all scripted, it doesn't matter. The price action is real, and that's what we're looking at right now, Joseph. This one won't stop bleeding. Let's load up a Tesla chart right now because we're talking about it, but we're not showing it. TSLA is on the move down. There has been no green candle since 12 o'clock. We are 55 minutes of blood. Yesterday, just to give you an idea, we closed out at 332. We are on the way down to 300 and possibly get short sale restricted here. So, ouch.
Yeah, ouch is right. I mean, we were literally 10 minutes ago, or like literally less than an hour ago, Sharif. You and I were talking about the market being 1.5% off the.
Yes, we were.
now look what happens. I mean, I'm going to buy some Tesla down here. I mean, but seriously, why not?
Yeah,
I mean,
why
I
not?
sold in like 230s. We're now
baby.
trading back to 300. We got Optimus, and then we got the fleet coming out too.
There you
so
go.
yeah, let me get some more. Oh, and let me talk about this though.
Okay.
Because I caught some heat. I made a mistake, right? I sold Tesla at the lows, but what did I do? I bought Robinhood.
Okay.
Yeah, and how's Robinhood doing?
Well, that's
All right,
fantastic.
so there you go. Talk about a portfolio management. You make one mistake, you hop into a good name, and then sure enough, I would have been up. I'm up significantly more in Robinhood than what I would have gained back in Tesla.
Bang.
So there you go. I also sold. I sold my couple of my second and third largest positions. Google and Tesla, and I rotated into some NVDA hundreds. We like that one. Rotated in some some Robinhood mid-30s. We love that one. And then and we bought a little bit more Bitcoin. So those trades really working out for us. So just getting out of things that have weak sentiment and just rotating into things that have stronger and more potential, in my opinion. Maybe not necessarily with Tesla, even though I still like this name. But yeah, just some solid moves by me.
Yeah.
Go be the rider.
I love some solid moves by me. I love it. Yeah, attaboy.
Yeah,
attaboy.
I mean, there we go.
All right, guys. Looking at ZENA. So this one, what do we have here on ZENA? So I added over here because it did dip into the volume weighted average price. So ZENA, we're break even on now, but we did add at this level right here as it came in to that predictable area of support. So I get out if it loses the $0.50, okay? Full disclosure, but it has been above the volume weighted average price basically the entire trading day, and I'm banking on it to hold VWAP here. So that's my look right now on ZENA. We're going to keep an eye out on that. New position position alert though, PL. This one retraced into the volume weighted average price. It's up 47%, was much higher at the high of 645. This one is losing VWAP. I've tried to give it enough room, but I don't want to give too much back. So 77s is my out on PL. It's a good one on the day. Let's see if it ends up holding there. BYON though is tanking quite aggressively here to the downside. So keep your eye on this. If you were involved in BYON, it lost VWAP very aggressively there with basically nothing stopping it at that moment. So on the lookout for that. I'm also keeping my eye on BW because I've been building my position on this one. Where's my BW trade? BW over here. So I've built my position on this one. Anything below that 125 area where the volume weighted average price is, I'm out of there. So that's what I'm looking at right now on BW. It's kind of a bizarre kind of looking stock where it has a lot of bottoming tail candles showing buyer exuberance at that level, but it's really not bouncing up. So I'm going to try to pack my patience on this one and see if we can get a nice move up. And then last but not least, the other position that I have right there is MODV. We're basically all done this one. I'm just holding a piece for the dream. I'm waiting for that 4.5 to get hit, but this one's been kind of consolidative since we got top wick there on that. So we'll keep an eye out on that one. NEGG though continues to go. Shout out to Scott H. It's holding up levels quite well. It might have had a little bit of trouble with $10, but it's above it again here at 10 1/3, Joseph. So very good look for some of these markets. Oh, there's a bunch of super chats we have to cover. Big smile. Joe, double or nothing on Tesla bet. 200 before 400. You ready to go for that with Big Spile?
No, what'd he say?
He wants to double or nothing on Tesla. He says it's going to hit $200 before it hits 400.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that all day.
Okay, well, there you go. So you're going to have to get involved with him. Yeah. I can send you his Instagram account, and he'll Venmo you. Savage the second, $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Your news just made me $3,000 on Tesla puts. Had y'all playing in the background. LFG, my man. We're going to spin the money for you right there. Adara says, get it. So we're shouting out Savage the second. Great trade there, brother. Hope you're printing up multiple storms. Very good trade by you. Keep us updated. And thank you for the super chat, Joseph.
Yeah. I mean, Big Spile. I mean, I put on these bets every day. Well, not every day, but I'm a betting man. You know what I mean? If I have some conviction within it, I'm gonna be like, hey, all right.
We're 9% now.
Yeah, let's put Tesla down.
We're not. We're over 9%. We're coming to SSR.
Yeah, we're gonna hit.
We're coming to SSR.
Yeah. This thing's gonna hit 300 here momentarily, and I think if we do, then there might be an additional leg lower. I think there it goes, bang. There, take another leg lower on the TQs. Now we're trading at 301.80s right there on Tesla, guys, as it's continuing to move lower and lower. I only have 2 outs left. I only have 2 outs left here, guys, so I'm going to take one of them right there at 73s on the TQs. Big time trade right there via the TQQs. Let's go. And I took an initial loss on it. So this morning, looking for that long at the break of the volume weighted average price, and then we just hop out. But this was significantly larger. Thank you, Katina, man, for telling me just take on Circle. He crushed it. These guys crushed it over there to the right of us. I can't wait for them to start breaking down exactly what their thinking was and how they executed their trades. I'm going to be paying attention 100% to that there, guys. And I mean, once again, let's see how many likes we have. Here we go. You see that I've been short the market. This is literally from those highs. Was I on the right side of it? Absolutely. The news could have, a different news catalyst could have brought it in a different direction, and it wouldn't be looking so good, but that's not the case. We were on the right side of the trades right here, right now, today. It's happening live. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Sharif, what do you got for him?
All right, there's more tweets coming over here right now from Elon and Donald. So basically, Elon went and screen captured a whole bunch of tweets all the way from 2011 to 2012, basically where Donald Trump was making assertions about the budget, and then the caption above says, "Where is this guy today?" So it's quite interesting there. So we'll keep tabs on that. But yeah, the market at large dropping. Let's have a look at PL, that new position that we took on this one. Where are we at here with PL? What do we have on PL there? Let's look at the side screen. Oh, we got 97s. It's showing me 91s. I'm looking for this to hold basically generally the volume weighted average price. I've put my out at 77, so we'll keep tabs on that. Let's see if it ends up losing that there. Also, BW continues to not be good to me over here. Where is my BW trade? It keeps dropping down. This is my out, that $1.25 break. I'm looking for a hold up, ideally at that $1.30. I've averaged into this one sufficiently. I don't want to average anymore, so we'll be keeping tabs on that one. But it's really the NEGG show, which I refuse to get involved in because it was super spready. It's tightened up the spread now. It's about 6 or 7 pennies, a little bit better at times. But yeah, we don't have anything, and I don't want to punch it in at highs over here either. I'll have to get it off a moving average or some sort of pullback. So that's my look right there. I added on Zena, and now we're out of the money on ZENA. So we have to decide whether or not we're going to let this go. It's breaking the volume weighted average price at around $5.50. So this one does concern me. And now we're giving back some here on ZENA because it is losing VWAP. 592 high, and it hasn't printed a green candle since that 592 high.
All right, guys, traders, are you ready to fully optimize the computer you use for everyday trading? Well, Easy Trading Computers and Trader TV have teamed up to bring you an exclusive sale on the world's most powerful AI-ready computers for trading. This limited time desktop and laptop sales includes exclusive performance upgrades, bonus gear, and 0% financing. And it's only for Trader TV viewers. Scan the QR code, enter your email, and unlock before it's gone. This exclusive sale is ending June 12th at 5 p.m. Eastern, so scan that QR code or click the link in the description. Imagine your computer was lagging and everything, and you notice that, hey, the market's tanking, circle's absolutely ripping, and your computer's just stuck frozen. You don't want that. So go check out Easy Trading Computers and make sure you guys get that upgrade. I talk about the 3 pillars all the time. I'm not going to mention it here again today because we are continuously trading. Actually, we got a lot of new viewers there. Okay, let's see what we got. This is for Adara. Bang. $50 super chat from Jorge Bados. $450 on PLTR puts. Thank you guys. No, thank you. Thank Adara. And thank every individual. So $50 super chat there. Adara saying thank you to Jorge as well too. So shout out to you. Much love. Thank you guys all for contributing. And just do us a solid. Hit that like and subscribe. Let's see if we can get up to 10%. I'm gonna hit it and refresh. At least 1,000 likes here, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, come on. 631?
1,000's not enough.
631.
Tina Man wants more, bro. We need 2K.
2K.
We need 2K.
It was 631.
Bro, you just brought him a banger on Circle there.
Always rolling. So stay in the game. Like, subscribe.
637. Let me refresh this here, guys. It ain't.
Show 'em, Joe.
Much. It ain't much. I'm gonna refresh it one more time. Please just hit that like, hit that subscribe. Does the channel wonders. 7,300 of you guys currently watching right now, seeing what we got going on in the market. We have the news you brought to you with the Dara. You've seen that? Yeah. Whenever we have news, Dara's got it for us there, Sharif. There we go. We got the TQ short. We traded Circle. How much more are you guys asking for? All I'm asking is just a little like. We see we're starting to climb in numbers here. 752. Let's get to that 1,000.
Let's go, baby.
We like big numbers. I'm sure you guys too.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's get it as big as we possibly can there, guys.
Your friend Elon here is tweeting, but this is a bit old.
Going on?
But he was accused of being against the bill because they cut the solar and EV subsidies. So here's what he wrote.
Okay.
Whatever. Keep the EV solar incentive cuts in the bill, even though no oil and gas subsidies are touched. Very unfair, he wrote in brackets, but ditch the capitals. Mountain of disgusting pork, in the bill. In the entire history of civilization, there has never been legislation that both big and beautiful. Everyone knows this. Either you get a big and ugly bill or a slim and beautiful bill. Slim and beautiful is the way, according to Elon. So there you go. He's spoken those words. So we'll keep an eye out on that. He is, though, tweeting at the moment right now and saying he's now trying to compliment Donald Trump on one of the things that he said back in 2023. Adara, tell us more.
I don't have anything on this Trump-Elon beef. I'll let you guys cover that. I definitely, though we did talk a lot about this earlier, we'll talk quickly about these prison stocks. So this is GEO, sorry, this is CXW. You can also look at GEO. These are on watch here. Apparently, there's reports here from the New York Post or a New York Post reporter suggesting that apparently more facilities are going to be opening to continue to expand numbers of detention beds. These prison stocks, of course, have been on watch with this administration. Just keep an eye on these. Also here, keep an eye on X. I have made Oh, that is Twitter. Let me get this ready. So this is an entire post here featuring all 31 holdings of Dan Ives' new ETF, DIVE. IVES is the ticker for this one. Here are all the holdings. Here are all the components. There are 31 of them. One of them is so small I couldn't fit it on the infographic, and it takes up about 0.1% of the index or the ETF. But you can check this out on X at TTV Research. People were asking, what is this ETF holding? Now you can find out. In honor of Dan Ives and his eclectic wardrobe, we have a beautiful little pastel color wheel as well. Over to you.
I'm not reading that big spell, but thank you for the super chat there. Oh my God, what a liability. Thank you, Big Smile, for the super chat.
It's not too bad, is it? I mean,
you can read it. I'm not reading it.
Okay, I'm not going to read it. I don't think it.
How about it, baby?
It's definitely not the most wild thing he said.
He said wild there. I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that.
So, can I? I just want to touch on something here momentarily.
How the core weave?
Yeah, I'm working on my.
Can we get some core weave?
Core weave? Core weave?
All right, let's just send it back to Adara. She's got Tesla news, and then we'll do the options.
Put wall. Bop. Where's Tesla bouncing off of? Bop. Adara.
We have some news here. JP Morgan apparently saying that Tesla faces a $1.2 billion risk due to the Trump tax bill. So unrelated to the squabbles between the two, JP Morgan saying this actually could impact Tesla. $1.2 billion risk apparently in this tax bill. We know that EV mandates are a part of this, though Elon Musk has been very emphatic about saying that's not why he has an issue with the big, beautiful bill. Back to you.
Interesting. We'll have to see how that all works out there. Yeah, interesting comments from you guys in the chat. You know, some of you guys making the same kind of assessment that maybe this is all fake. I don't know. I need to see more to see whether it's fake. You know, good comment there that they are trying to disassociate themselves for the media purposes. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Time will tell. I don't think we're going to have to wait that long, quite frankly, in order to know, because, you know, whether it's all BS or not, we'll find out.
I personally don't think it is. Like, what is this, really theatrics now, if you're going to try to put on this type of show?
Would you be surprised, though?
No, I wouldn't be surprised. I would be disappointed.
Either, yeah, I would be disappointed too. Like, I'm disappointed in the Zenith trade right now. It's absolutely tanking. So we give back everything that we made on Zenith. This one really lost VWAP. So makes that high of the day 692. Then all hell broke loose to the downside. It looks like it will halt here at 493. So we'll give back everything there. It's still up 55%, but no longer of interest to me because it lost the volume weighted average price. So we'll keep tabs on that. PL we're doing well on, and I'll mention BW in a second. But I also want to mention, guys, we have a circle. This is an IPO. It's still very well subscribed and very well traded. It's obviously off that high at 104. It's trading a little bit above 80, up 163%. That's not from the opening price, guys. That's from the IPO price, which is like in the 30-somethings a day.
Sorry for the interruption here, guys. There's just so much intraday news today. Here is Uber, UBER pushing higher. I'm not seeing an attribution for this story. I'm not sure if it's a report or if it's said by someone with the company, but regardless, it's bouncing. Uber, I'm seeing this headline here. They want to basically get to the point where they have 50% of customers in the ride share and delivery business. So they really want to, I guess, cannibalize the industry here. For lack of a better term, UBER, great upside push. Back to you.
You see that Adair's getting another super chat out there. Yeah, exactly. Another $5 super chat from Dumbo Things Films. All right. I forgot to type in the original super chat here.
That's why I missed
somebody get Adair an energy drink. I got puts 322 on.
Bro, you clearly don't know Adara that well. She knows where all the energy drinks are sold, what is on sale, how much they're going for, and all the flavors. So I don't think Adara needs any help, quite frankly. No, I'm just
everyone.
I'm just chiming, Adara.
No, it was a good one, though, Sharif. Get it, Sharif. Get it, Joe.
I appreciate that.
Get it.
All right, guys. Adara LePage, energy drinker extraordinaire.
Energy drinker extraordinaire.
All right, guys. I'm keeping an eye here on BW because here comes the curl. So be waiting for a while for that curl to come in. Now the make or break time is how aggressively we clear or reject that $0.5 area. That's going to be my observation here. We hold 135 to a T. That's where I was originally waiting. I got in higher because I was kind of worried it wouldn't come back down. Now we're on a different pattern, kind of doing that rounded bottom, higher highs, higher lows. PL is absolutely going here. So both the trades now actually starting to cook. PL, we got 97s on. It's printing 15s. Let's go ahead and take some profits here, and we're going to layer the orders for this one into the high side. Ideally, I'd like to get, excuse me, I'd like to get a lot at the quarter dollar. So let's layer some orders on this one into the quarter dollar and into a third. And then I'm going to put some at 35s as well. We'll see how aggressively this one moves up, Joseph. What's
Another
up?
$50.
Wow.
From Tool 8 Powell for real.
Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Too late. Not Tool. Too late Powell. Too
Our
late.
friend Too Late.
Yeah, our friend Too Late there. He's my guy. Bang, you guys always bring the heat. Thank you for that Too Late Powell for real. $50. Big one. Big smackers from that one there, my friend. And Charlie Taff had a great question. I have no idea how long after an IPO that the underlying would be optionable. And I mean, ask yourself this right now. When you see volatility like this in a circle, do you really want to start messing around with leverage derivatives? My answer is going to be no. But if you have this insane threshold for risk, then by all means, dab into that world of options. But I'm looking at a circle trade here on one of my side charts, and it's moving like $5, $6 at a time. Think about it. If you're trading a leverage derivative, that would be a little bit stressful. Obviously, the more you risk, the more you can reward, and that would be the case, but just be prepared that things might not necessarily go in your favor if you start messing around. And Charlie, I know you're just asking a question. I'm not saying that you're going to buy them or anything along those lines, but for those who are just looking to make a quick buck, that is absolutely not the way, in my opinion. Gonna miss seeing a blank out Elon trying to fit in the conservative party as well. He trots around with a, okay, we're not gonna read that one.
What the hell does that even mean, bro? What are you even saying? Are you trying to say that Elon Musk can't? Come on now, he's the world's richest man, bro. Get it together, man. Like whatever he wants, he's gonna get, bro. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's get real. All right, guys, we're continuing to watch here. PL stair step up nicely. Good look right now, but we're still technically, if you were to draw a trend line, we're still putting in lower highs. So yeah, great bounce off VWAP, yada yada yada. I want to see more. Boom. There we go. Took out like a bunch of my orders. Now I'm waiting at 18s. It's showing me 17s. And then go ahead. And then I'm waiting at the quarter dollar, then a third of a dollar. So let's see what PL does. Nice bounce up. It's up 55%. Not a bad look, but it's going to have to continue going here. We sized in substantially at the volume weighted average price, so this better go, or else it's going to be negatory for me. MODV, I'm just going to hold, guys, because there's barely anything left on this one. I'd like to see a high day break into that $0.50. Whether or not we get it, we'll continue to watch. Zena just opened up. I'm all done with that trade. Not touching it. Here's 18s again now showing me 19s on the level 2. It's taking out all my orders. PL, that is, up 55%. We're in at 97, so this one's giving me some room here to breathe. Good look. It's this one, though. BW up 77%. A dollar name, but really not finding the same type of gusto that PL has. In fact, this one at a better, more predictable level than PL was, yet it's not bouncing up. So yeah, that's gives you an idea. Trading, it's all about just taking risks and trying to put the odds in your favor. Sometimes it ends up working, sometimes not so much. So we're in 3 positions right now, all small cap gappers. PL looking the best out of them. It just took out my 20 order, and now I'm waiting at 25s and then 30s and then 35s. Let's go ahead and wait at 40s as well. So we'll wait there for a profit taker and see what is up. But I don't want you guys to forget, NEGG continues to go here, holding the 10 exponential like a glove. What I perceive here on NEGG is that the money fills are in between that 10 exponential and that 20 exponential. It seems to dip in between the two, finds support there, then makes a new high, okay? The last little area, though, that we got into, that area high, 1060, that is lower than the high of the day. So technically, we are putting in a lower high. I'm talking about that area pop right there, and then this area pop right there. Wasn't able to clear it. So we'll keep tabs on that. I'm also keeping tabs on CRCL, guys. Here we go again. We've now made 1, 2, 3, 4 candles with higher lows, not necessarily higher highs, because this 88 area seems to be a bit of a problem. We've rejected twice now off 88 on CRCL, been above it, of course, got to $104, but locally, anyway, we've been having trouble with $88. Keep your eye on that area and look for it on a closing basis. Pop there. PL is really going, guys. So here we go. We're taking out almost all my orders right now. We've got a 4-candle green setup. That's an aggressive green setup on PL. That's printing all my fills right there. Now I'm waiting at 30s. Good bounce off up here on PL. And I got to tell you, I was worried about this one because I had my order resting at the volume weighted average price and it lost it. And it lost it quite aggressively. It dipped all the way down into about high 70s. Now, we've seen this story before where people get stop hunted. If I'm putting my order at VWAP, Joseph's putting his order at VWAP. Adara is not stupid enough to do that, but we are. No, I'm kidding, of course. The idea here is if everybody's looking at that same level, then what people are going to do is they're going to stop hunt you, right? They're going to put the sell order enough to take out all the levels, to push it below the volume weighted average price, only to have it move right back up there. So if you've been stop hunted before, raise your hand up, baby, because I have been plenty of times. All right. CRCL cleared 88, Joseph. This could be interesting here because it rejected it almost twice before. Now we're above it. Here comes $90. We haven't had a closing print above $90 on CRCL, at least on the 5-minute. This would be the first one. As you can see there, we obviously got to about $104, but there is nothing on the 5-minute chart that's closed above $90. This would be new. This could be yet another move. It's left on the current 5-minute candle to close, so we haven't closed above 90 yet. In fact, we're barely above 90 at the moment, so we're going to keep tabs on that. Very, very good look. Tarbash said, stops are for noobs. All right, bro.
Is that what he said? Who said that? Who said that?
What's his name? Tarbash. I thought it was Tarboosh, but it's actually Tarbash.
Stops are for noobs.
All right, bro.
That's crazy.
Cool. Cool story, bro. All right, so we'll keep tabs on the 3 that we've got on right now, but I wanted to mention MODV. I'm really not doing anything on other than looking for a high day break, and here it is. It just wicked into about $1/3 of a dollar. The best print that I had on the day was 36, so we're awfully close to taking out that high, but it's successively lower highs. So this is the high right there. There's the lower high right here, and now with that 30 rejection, that's yet another lower high. So keep an eye on the Egyptian magician. Oh my God, yeah. I don't know about that, bro. Yeah,
that's a good one. Ooh, I like that one there. The Egyptian magician.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, bro. I ain't no magician.
Yeah, you're gonna work a little magic. We got another $5 super chat. Please do a swing trades idea, Slack or Discord for monthly paid subscribers with price targets and stop losses.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we definitely talked about that. Joseph can add his strikes and expire. Thanks for volunteering me. And expiration on money.
No, so but like we talked about you, Neil, myself, Adara. We all wanted to kind of give the Friday swings. I think we're just saving that until the new setup.
Yeah, which I'm totally into, right? Yeah. Because you know I like to place on swings.
Absolutely.
And one thing to note though, Alfred Perez, again, I haven't been doing this nearly as long as some people in this room, but from my perspective and from my standpoint and my experience, I've been doing this for over 4 years now. I've learned that you don't always have to be in something. Sometimes cash is the best position because it gives you the ability to pounce on certain setups, and that's just what I've been learning over the experience. Like you have the ability to kind of just wave out that FOMO and stuff like that. And for me, with my swing trading, when I'm ready to go, like again, I tell you, I'm in some CRM, NVDA. I was in Amazon calls a while ago. I got smoked on some short Tesla. I'm on some short Qs when Donald decides to put a 90-day pause on it. I tell you guys exactly what I'm in. But again, I think it's really important to understand that you don't always have to be in something. And what I'm thinking to myself right now, sometimes cash is some of the best position. It is one of the best positions because it gives you the ability to pounce when it's the right time. And you'll have that gut feeling, especially if you've been doing this for a while, be like, yo, this is the one. And then now if you're just like spread thin, as Shreve was saying earlier to me, is like, you don't want to spread yourself too thin because if that prime time opportunity arises and then you're like, oh, okay, well, what am I going to do? I'm out of the money here. I'm not at a target here, but I really want to take this setup. So for me, it's just like, sit on some cash, but when something really works out, you take that full, Grand Slam swing. And that's what I try to do from
I like that.
Yeah.
Saving it till Discord's IPO, says Shane Adams. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Discord should be an interesting IPO. I don't know. I find myself using Discord a lot less. I know we used it a lot when the boys were on it for the floor, but I mean, I don't personally use it other than chatting, but I know it's really good for other stuff, though, but I just don't use it for that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's really good for like creating trade pods and everything. Like groups
well, yeah,
stuff
that
like
makes sense.
right? And again, and following certain channels. A lot of it is kind of spam. I'm in the same boat though, Sharif. I really only use it when I'm on my desktop. I'll just message a couple people here and there in a couple groups. But for me, like when I'm outside of the office, I try to really cut out like the social
100%.
media. Like I don't go on
social media.
Yeah, like X and stuff like that. And sometimes I'll just delete Snapchat off my phone just for the doom scrolling. It's like, okay, like just get this away from me and focus on like go to the gym or go do something more constructive, like read a book.
I suffer the same affliction. You know, my favorite social media platform, TikTok.
Yeah, and you get that doom.
It's banned during the week. Monday.
Oh yeah.
To Thursday.
No.
Friday, I'm allowed.
Friday.
Right?
Yeah.
I like disciplined myself the way that my parents disciplined me.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't allowed to watch TV during the weekdays, right? Like Monday to, well, Friday you were allowed because it was, obviously. So I've done that with TikTok because, Joseph, I literally could be on that for a few hours. And they used to have a thing on there where if you doom scrolled, it would pop up a video, be like, hey, you've been scrolling for a long time. Time to take a break. They took that thing off.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just like,
And
you know what I mean? Like,
and it's crazy. Like if you get into the doom scroll, it's like if you really need to kill an hour, just start scrolling, and then the next thing you know.
But I don't do that on the Reels. I'll promise you that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have that same hit, man. TikTok, whatever the hell they got in that algorithm, it's addictive and it's a lot better,
like
man.
shots of dopamine.
Well, that's what everybody says, but to me, it's not. I don't know. Maybe I don't get it.
Yeah.
But the whole physiology behind it, but. I'm genuinely interested. It's not about, oh, I'm bored and I need to pass time. No, every video seems to know what I like.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so they really got you. They really got the grip on you, man.
I'm a sucker like that, bro.
They really got the grip on my guy over there. But yeah, I mean, it is, but it's the age, right? It's kind of the time that we live in. We're just so social media driven. Like, come on, we got the richest man on the planet, and then we got the president of the largest economy.
Do you doom scroll on X? Because I know you love X.
I'm only on it here.
You don't have it on the phone?
No, sir.
Smart,
yeah,
bro.
and I don't even have it on my home desktop.
You don't do that, are you?
No.
Smart,
I'll just start scrolling. Where I get caught up is in shorts, YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts?
Yeah.
See, we're completely not the same. Which I like.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever go on YouTube Shorts.
Oh, don't start.
No, like that's
don't
interesting.
Start. That was the game. And it's like, so what I used to do, so when I would be like running data, going through like previous week's trades every day, and then somehow I would just slowly navigate to YouTube Shorts, and then
funny how that works.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Jam Lossy, I have zero social media. Well, you're smart, brother. I mean, can I say something to you though? I get all the drawbacks of social media, and I get its effect on children and younger people, and its effect on productivity. I get all. Whoa, Joseph. We're taking out that 90 level on Circle. Circle could be back in play here, guys, because that 90 level was a hard row to break, and we just broke it aggressively. So CRCL is on when it's back up to 200%. There goes 93. Here comes 94.
I'm just going small.
All right. Your boy's in it right there. Shout out to Joe, man. Here we go. Keep your eye out on Circle, zigging and zagging right here. Keep your eye out on that 90 level. It was a tough level to break. Can we now use 90 as a defend? 93.5. There's a seller at the $0.50 here that we can't shake. Can we shake him now? No, dipping back into 92.5, Joseph. Let's keep an eye out on this one. It's not selling off aggressively. Back into 93 we go. Can we clear that 93.5? That's where I saw the big seller. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye out on this one. CRCL, it's definitely not at the highs. We've got to go all the way to 103 and change for that, but we're moving up. We're doing it aggressively. The volume's picking back up. We've done almost 22 million shares on the day, guys, and we've barely been open for an hour. Neil, there was that 90 level on Circle that got taken, back up into 92 and change, looking to zig and zag into 94. Neil just sitting back down, so I'm apprising him of what happened there. So keep your eye out on Circle, guys, but trade it carefully. Keep your eye out on that. So What were we talking about before I got all excited about
social
Circle?
media.
Yeah, I get all the problems with social media, Joseph, but I gotta say that for me, I feel like there is a net benefit with the information that it gives me. So like a lot of the stuff that I see about AI, and I always talk about AI, right? That Nate guy that I follow on TikTok. Like I wouldn't get any of that information if I didn't have social media. Sure, I could probably find it elsewhere, like articles and stuff like that.
You wouldn't know what to necessarily look for.
Not really. Not really.
No, to say there's only downside to social media, I would disagree because I don't think that's necessarily the case. I'm sure it's done great things for a lot of people. I mean, it's a totally new income stream, especially if you go to the likes of like California. I'm 100%. Pretty sure everybody is working in that line. But for me personally, just trying to weave it out, right? Because, and I'll be honest, I'll tell you how it is. Like for me, I just got really sick of seeing people on yachts in Dubai and everything along those lines.
See, I don't care about that, okay? Yeah, so we need to talk about that because a lot of people hate that. And I don't give two you-know-whats about that. All right, you have a great life, fantastic. My life's good too. And that's how I see it. Like I don't care that other people have more than me. It does not bother me. And it bothers a lot of people. And I had a friend who, she hated that to no end. She cut Instagram for like almost 5 years. Now she's back because of her business, but that is a major thing for people, and it's just not one for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
What is problem for me is the doom scrolling. That is the problem.
That's why the number one problem. Yeah, for me it was that. I'm like, okay, I'm sick of you continuously seeing you in like Mykonos or whatever it is, and like on yachts, and it's just like
Have at it. Enjoy your life, bro.
No, that's the thing though, Sharif, and maybe I shouldn't be complaining about that too much because I had a lot of fun. I still currently have a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun in my 20s as well too. So I did a lot of traveling in my 20s. Me and my friends, we would always go on trips and everything along those lines. Mexico, Jamaica, etc. I had a lot of fun. Trinidad, we would go to, and I got to travel. So I mean, I had fun in that sense, and I would post on Snapchat. So I guess I can't really complain about that too much. But I wasn't doing it like on a daily basis or rubbing it in other people's faces.
I respect the hell out of that, man. Fantastic. Guys, everybody's asking me what my price target at MODV is. I just wet the beak right there because it popped back up. But as you can see, I've got another profit taker just south of that $0.50 that we haven't got to yet. So I put it at 49s. The high of the day is 46. Let's go ahead and set up for another profit taker north of that. We're going to wait at 55s. For that, I barely have any shares left. So we're taking out small pieces as we go. The majority is done. This was my only entry, and I feel very good about this entry because it was one that I had basically charted, which was the top end of the initial bull flag. I perceive this area right here to be a bull flag. There is the pull component, there's the consolidation, there's the top end of the range, there's the bottom end of the range. That's why I put the order there. It came in, it defended it perfectly, and now I perceive us to be on bull flag number 2. Now we know that maybe two bull flags are created. Most bull flags don't look the same. Some have shorter consolidation periods, some have longer. Case in point, this one consolidated for about half an hour or so. Now we're on like a couple of hours. So they're not all created the same, but they end up being the same thing, which is where you get that sideways consolidation and a break through a technical level to either form a new bull flag or, just kind of retrace to the downside. So that's what we're on right now, MODV. Now, let me talk about PL. I'm concerned about PL. We're in the money on it. We got 97s. It's showing me 19s. The problem is, if you were to draw a trend line down, this meets perfectly. Lower high, yet another lower high. So here we are with 2 red candles on the 5, looking to likely curl back down to what I think probably 6 or that 5 mid-90 area where the volume weighted average price is. So the decision that I'm kind of debating with right now internally is whether to get the hell out here or to allow this to develop further. Now, we know what ends up happening at around that 230 time slot. The volume starts coming back in for some of these small cap gappers. Maybe some of them have been dormant, consolidating like long bull flags like we're seeing right now on PL. Some others, they don't do anything. They'll just give back the entire move. So I'm kind of caught between two minds at the moment. Do I take the profits here, get the hell out, or do you let this one develop and try to take out the high of the day, which, by the way, guys, just south of that $0.50, 645. So I don't really know how this one goes, and I'm just gonna stay clear for now. Allow maybe a couple more candles to develop, and then make the decision there, Joseph. Let's quickly look at CRCL. Sorry, guys, I was saying CIRCL. I hope you guys were not typing it that way. We're on an aggressive up move now. Here we go. We're almost at 95. 94.63. We're stair stepping up. It's higher highs and higher lows. Here comes 95, 94.70s, 94.80s just printed there on the level 2. It's a good look right now on Circle. It's up over 200%. It's IPO season, baby, and I don't want to hear anybody say any different because these IPOs have been lit. Anybody who's been trading CoreWeave on trading day and subsequent to it, you know exactly what I'm talking about there. So we'll keep an eye out on that. Nimrod dropping shekels from very far in Israel. I divide my time between, is that Illinois? I don't know what IL is. Is that Illinois? And Dubai for business. Don't let the image get you. It's 30 Celsius on a cool day. Humid. I was about to say, don't forget the humidity. Humid as heck. And it feels like a huge mall. No culture or vibe. It's all plastic. Yeah, it does remind me a little bit of Las Vegas, right? Where like it's kind of soulless. It's all huge buildings that all, you know, wow and get your attention. But there's really nothing substantive other than the lot of money, nice cars, and nice buildings. If you're all about that life, have at it.
Really, is that you?
I've been, it's the Middle East,
and that's how you. That's the vibes.
You know, I got a lot of family so a lot of people. So there was the Arab Spring in 2011 and 2012 where there was a lot of revolutions in the Middle East. Egypt had one. We were the most peaceful of the bunch, but a lot of people left Egypt because they thought that. I'm getting into politics. The Muslim Brotherhood was going to take over and it was going to become very religious. So they left. A lot of people came to North America. A lot of people went to Dubai, Qatar, some other Middle Eastern Gulf countries. So I have a lot of family that lives there. And they like it. They make money there. But, you know, when you go and visit, there's just like a 20, 30-year-old city, bro. You know what I mean? There's there's not much. Toronto is like 5 times older than it. Right?
So we don't got the Uber guys on the bikes over there and stuff.
Oh, you got them. You got them playing. You got them in spades, baby.
Yeah, I told you that for me that adds a lot of taste to the city. You know what I mean? I love.
It's a nice city, Joseph. I don't mean.
Oh, Dubai.
It's a nice city. It's brand new. The streets are big, right? You know,
building for the future.
It is. But like, if you're looking for culture, you're looking for some history, you're going to the wrong place.
You're going to the wrong place. I mean, I love the city that I live in. To the utmost. I mean, I love Toronto. If we could eliminate some of the traffic, that'd be fantastic, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I do love the city, and I love the culture. I love how diverse it is as well, too.
Absolutely.
I just like a lot about Toronto. I mean, I can't say I've been to any major cities or anything along those lines, but what I got here, I can't complain. And what you guys have been saying in the chat is that health as well.
Someone just asked me in the chat if I'm mad at Moses.
Guys on that one. I think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you have in your pocket or anything along those lines. If you don't have good health, then you don't get to enjoy any of that stuff. So just look at Steve. He said, all that money means essentially nothing when he's laying on his deathbed, right? So, again, we have fun here, guys. We get excited, but you guys are right. Like, health is absolutely anything, and that's why I just try to continuously maintain a healthy lifestyle. So. It is what it is, guys. Just maintain whether you're negative or positive on the day. I was negative to start. I mean, I lost my train of thought. But anyways, exactly. That's what it is. I mean, Toronto is definitely not the center, but I mean. Yeah, I thought you thought so too, right? I thought earlier. I thought a while ago that it was, but then apparently it's not. I'm only messing with you.
Put me on for a second. No, when you're young, man, like where you grow up before you can actually travel, of course you think it's the center of the universe, man. Like when I grew up, going into the city to Toronto was like that's a big deal, and it's not until you get out in the world and you travel. Like I see New York. You know, I see LA. Now I get to go to. You've been to Europe a few times, and like you begin to grow and you understand that. But here's the best thing about it, though. All this like this place is better than that place. Who cares? It's all good. Yeah. There's something beautiful everywhere.
Yeah.
Like because in the reality is like there's cool people everywhere in the world. There's cool stuff everywhere in the world. So all you got to do is try to experience it, man. Like, be open-minded to everything. Like, don't be a hater and just enjoy the gift that we all have, which is life, and get all enjoy this other stuff together. And I wish I was still in Circle.
Oh, wish you was still in circle. Yeah, we're gonna hear about those, but I like how Neil put that too. There's something beautiful everywhere, and I've found that throughout my travels. I mean, flying. Yeah, for sure. And then, like, when I flew to British Columbia, I'm like, wow, this is the most beautiful place ever. I then proceed to, I go to Tulum. I'm like, man, this place is majestic. Like, what's going on here? You go to Cancun, you go to like Ocho Rios, you go to Montego Bay, you go to Trinidad and Tobago, and it's so perfectly said what Neil just said. There's something beautiful everywhere, regardless of the landscape, and I love that. So yeah, really, really well said there by Neil. Yeah, and I couldn't agree more on that. You said we were just talking about how we feel like that where you live is the center of the universe until you start to expand and then go to other places, and then you realize that there's something beautiful essentially everywhere you go.
It's so wise.
Right?
Yeah,
Which
well,
is like,
you know, he is the wisdom dropper.
Right? So there it is. Well put there, and I couldn't agree more on that front. So
no, neither could I. Yeah.
All right, guys, new traders, listen up. First month free. That's right. We're waiving fees. Trade smarter, not harder. Upgrade to Elite. Analyze, strategize, capitalize. Our platform. It's everything. Infinite data, instant trading, lightning fast market insights, game-changing charts, predict with backtesting, reliable real-time data, global markets at your fingertips, all in one platform. Don't miss out. Execute your best trades now. Ready to elevate your trading? Scan that QR code or check the link in the description there, guys. And yeah, it is. But I mean, you've seen it here. Sharif and I, I've been trading alongside Sharif for almost a year. Come September, it'll be a year.
Dang, man. That was quick.
It goes by
what
so
the
fast. You know
hell?
what I mean? That's insane.
That's crazy. I'll never forget. You were on the escalator.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you were telling me about options. I'm like, do you want to be on the show? You're like, I got lessons right. I'm like, speak up, man.
Yeah, instantly. I'm like, yeah, man, let me send this to you. Yeah, and just like that, man. So much love to you
wow,
for
that was
one.
Quick,
yeah,
bro.
it goes by really quick, man. You've seen the ups and downs. You see us put on good days. You see us put on bad days, and we just try to bring that content to you guys, regardless of the emotions that we necessarily be feeling. So if you're having a bad day, well, guess what? We're gonna be right here with you, and we're gonna be right here with you tomorrow. If you have a good day, we're still alongside you. So just make sure you celebrate when you have a good day, but don't dwell too much. Don't dwell too much.
He's coming in hot, baby.
Don't dwell too much on those bad days because there are plenty more good days to come, guys.
Attaboy, guys. All right, we're keeping an eye here on BW. Come on, BW. Clear that $0.50 area. We've been waiting. How long do we need to wait? Nice higher low, higher high. It's been doing the higher low, higher high situation since 12:55. So we're almost an hour now, 40 minutes of these higher lows and higher highs. All the while, it's been rejecting that 50. I've been trying to scalp a little bit over here, but it definitely needs to keep moving up. We'll keep tabs on this one. We're going to get back from Adara. We'll talk more about it.
Just beware here of Uber. We know we had an earlier story here where apparently they're trying to take 50% of the rideshare and delivery market. Now we have, I guess, some comments here. I know that one of their executives is speaking, so it's unclear if this is a report or a comment. But either way, Uber reportedly in the study phase of using stablecoins as a payment vehicle. Unsure if that pun was intended, but either way, it looks like Uber's looking to, I guess, potentially look into using stable coins for payment, UBER, with a crypto catalyst. Back to the guys.
Fair. Thanks, Katina, man. All right, guys, we're keeping tabs on that. MODV is coming back down, though. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this one because this one just made a high of the day. Well, yeah, it did make it the high of the day. 446 coming aggressively back down. Now, it did this before. Look at the 5-minute candle at 11:15. This one right here dropped all the way back down and didn't even touch VWAP. It was actually a little bit above VWAP. VWAP there for me was around 365. It ended up bottoming there at around 370 something. So here we go again. Let's see if it can come back down. If it can, I may add at that position, okay? Because we don't basically have any shares left here on MODV, very small. So we're gonna keep an eye out on this one. If it comes back down into VWAP, I like my chances here for a VWAP bounce. But there's only about 20 minutes left on this show before the big kahunas take over. So we'll keep that. We'll keep you guys apprised of that. PL is still at that same area that I talked about like almost 10 minutes ago, where I was like, oh, it looks like it is, heading back down. I'm still convinced of that because this 5-candle pattern on the 5-minute chart, 6-candle pattern on the 5-minute chart has a downward channel, okay? So I don't know, man. It's still lower high to me. I don't think we get up into that 6 1/3. If we do, fantastic, but my bias is telling me that it might not do that. So We'll keep tabs on that as well. Abhishek, I told you I don't want you following me after high school anymore, bro. You think Oscar, yeah, I beat up a kid in high school called Abhishek Katina, man. So I'm just joking around like this guy was like the actual kid. No. No new developments. Abhishek, I'm just kidding, brother, obviously. You think Oscar down to 1570 by the end of the day? It seems to struggle to get past 1618. Let's have a look, Abhishek. This feels so weird saying that name, by the way. Where is OSCR? There it is. So this one bounced off VWAP. Well, it didn't. I actually lost VWAP, Abhishek, about 1515. What do you think it does by 1570 by the end of the day? Struggling past 1618. So here's what I see. I see a downward channel break, okay? And I see a possible bull flag. I would say if you're going to get in here as a short, right, just place your stop below above area high. Maybe even give it to 30s or 25s. Like I wouldn't give it too close to 20. If you're looking long, this could be a bull flag. And when you look at this consolidation part, it's got higher lows. Not necessarily higher highs, but it has higher lows. So I don't know exactly how you want to take this, Abhishek. If you're looking at going down, I personally don't short the small cap gappers when they're above VWAP in the same way that I don't take them long when they're south of VWAP. So I wouldn't be shorting here, but that's just me. Now, if you're asking, can we make a move back down to VWAP? Absolutely, absolutely. But you need to be cognizant of this downtrend break here where the lower highs got breached by the clearing of that level. But I see what you're saying with the 620 because you rejected it over here, you had trouble with it over here, and you're having trouble with it again. So your observation, I think, is valid. Whether or not the higher lows are more operative than the resistance level, you'll have to wait and see. It's all about just putting the odds on your side, my man. It's impossible to kind of get these trades right all the time, Joseph.
Yeah, for sure. I know someone in the chat was asking me to take a look at Tesla. Oh, and then I seen also, yeah, A Wheeler, I seen that as well too. It's funny, I used to have a friend in high school, we used to call him A Baller, kind of me, because he used to airball everything. we called him A Baller, but yeah. You think we'll get a top tail on Hood for some 70 puts next week?
Love that comment,
at
bro.
68.
That's a sick comment.
Yeah, exactly. Let's pull up Robinhood here. And that's what I was referring to when I kind of just seen the extension on a daily. I'm like, ooh, is this a signal to potentially sell? And then you kind of get that that catalyst, that news just sends everything to the downside. But yeah, I see what you're looking at. If you're looking at some 70 puts by next week, I mean, do you really want to be shorting this name? We talk about they've just hit record amounts of holdings there. They're just gaining a lot. So 280 billion, I believe it is.
Whoa.
Yeah, 250 billion in May. So there you go. Platform assets increased to an all-time high of over 250 billion in May. You've seen that the options activity, user activity is also growing month over month. Can you get a short-term pullback? But with that being said, like if you're going to be buying the options, if you're willing to allow those to just expire by next week, and if you think you're only going to try to gain some time value on those, just buy like a little bit further out. That's what I'll always suggest to you. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but it also allows you to kind of hedge against your position more and mitigate risk a little bit more as well too. Just because you're not so if you were to buy the 70 puts right now, so come next Wednesday or even Monday, you're going to see theta really start to pick up, especially if the move isn't going in your favor. So for me, it's just always buy further out. Just buy that time. It does multiple things, right? It reduces your gamma exposure, and it also just gives you more time value, which is extremely important in options trading, and a lot of individuals don't really hone in on that stuff, but those are really important things. If you're writing options, you need to reduce that gamma exposure, especially leading into the expiration cycle. So yeah, I'm not going to say no to your trade idea. This could be a potential short signal, but just be prepared that in my opinion, I don't think you're going to give yourself enough time, especially if you're looking to gain intrinsic value as well too. So we got another five. What happened?
Look, read it.
Yeah, I hope.
It's so funny. I hope Sharif and Joe never break up like Elon and Trump. Sharif, I have yet to hear you congratulate Paris Saint-Germain for being the champs. Look, I hate them. okay? Because they eliminated Arsenal. What, am I supposed to like them? Absolutely not, bro. But let me tell you something else. We would have done a lot better in the final than Inter did. Inter just laid down for them. Hey, go ahead, just score all the goals you want. At least we put up a fight. We put more shots on net than they did. They're just goalie. Donnarumma is a freaking brick wall, bro. Who can get around that guy? He's like 6'100". I mean, it's so annoying playing against a goalie like that. The only way to score against Donnarumma is to be 5 feet from the net. Anything coming outside the box is going to get blocked. He's a crazy shot stopper. So of course I'm mad. Of course I'm not going to congratulate them. Are you kidding me? I don't subscribe to that whole philosophy that you have to cheer for the team that eliminated you. No. I'm going to wish death upon them. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to wish any death. I'm just joking there.
Yeah, hey, yo. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Guys, it's a joke. All right.
Hey, yo.
So, Paris Saint-Germain, well done. You guys won, but I'm bitter about it. What am I, not supposed to be bitter, bro? I'm quite bitter.
No, you're starting to fall. You're either with them or against them. It doesn't even matter.
No. Bro, look, I took two things from England. My appreciation for English cars and soccer. Okay, that was it.
That was it.
And so, what, am I supposed to cheer for the team that eliminated them? No, man, absolutely not.
PSG is in France, so...
Well, it's my affinity for soccer, or the team that I like is in England. I'm playing, guys. We're just having some fun over here. No, seriously, obviously, Paris Saint-Germain is a hell of a team. Very happy for Achraf Hakimi. Very happy for Ousmane Dembele and company, man. Obviously, Marquinhos getting the dub there. He's a hell of a center back. Brazilian, by the way. I know you don't watch soccer, Assassino. Yeah, you could tell. You could tell Marquinhos. Very, very Brazilian name, right? Portuguese name. They got a hell of a team. I'm really happy for them, bro, because Mbappe left. He went to Real Madrid.
What was he up to lately?
Well, he got eliminated by Arsenal. Right? We eliminated Real.
It's personal.
I think he's okay. I don't think he's doing anything too weird. But and anyway, he left Paris to go to Madrid to win the Champions League there. And the first year he leaves, Paris Saint-Germain wins the Champions League. So
but that was,
he's probably bitter about that.
Because they had Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe at one point, didn't they?
They did.
Gee.
Yeah, they had Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, but Messi was beyond his prime at that point. He had just left Barca, and he left Barca begrudgingly. He didn't want to leave, but they had some financial issues that they had to let him go. Yeah, because he cost up a storm. Think about it. It's Messi. So he left begrudgingly. He was not the same player. And I got to tell you, Neymar just could not stay healthy there, and he still can't stay healthy.
He kind of had that throughout his career, right?
He's healthy to party around, says Assassino. That's very interesting, bro, because, he does have a big boy social life, and a lot of people hated that because they wanted to see it on the field as well, and he didn't really perform on the field. So, but that MSN in Barca, Messi, Neymar, and Suarez, that was killer. It was like Bale, Ronaldo, and Benzema.
Wow.
That was Bale, Ronaldo. BRB
type stuff.
Those were like iconic teams. Shout out to Cristiano Ronaldo, man. The guy is 40 freaking years old, and he's scoring for Portugal yesterday, man. The dude's an OG. Shout out to Ronaldo. I think he's a hell of a guy too. I think he's extremely smart. Yeah, extremely dedicated and disciplined. You know what I mean?
His discipline is unmatched almost, man.
Absolutely nuts.
How much shape he had the ability.
Yeah.
How he had the ability to stay in that shape throughout his whole career.
Absolutely. And he's so disciplined. You could hear him talking about his kid. He wants his kid to take after him, obviously.
Yeah.
So they were doing I think that Georgina Rodriguez that I think
his girlfriend.
His girlfriend, but they're basically married. All reality. Yeah. They have a Netflix thing, right? Don't they have a Netflix thing? Yeah, thank you, Katina, man. And in the show, I saw a little clip on social media, it's like his kid doesn't want to train as much as him, and he wants to eat chocolate.
It's the dog, right? Like Cristiano Ronaldo had that dog in him because Junior kind of grew up in that privileged lifestyle.
Isn't that how it always is?
Yeah, exactly. You don't have that.
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Yeah, right?
Right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Same kind of thing there.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Ronaldo is the GOAT, bro. So, I do.
I mean, but then we do have the instances, it's funny that we kind of think about, that kind of that nepotism aspect where they're okay, yeah, you're good, you can get the best training. But look at Del Curry and Steph Curry.
Well, it's not everybody's the same.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny how that works, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny how that works, yeah. Well, there you go. Good call, Joseph, on that. But, Yeah, all right, let's get into some trades over here. Let's see what our friend BW is up to. Okay, so as I suspected, man, PL is coming back down, so I'm ending this trade here. Disappointed a little bit that this one didn't have continuity. We're in the money on it, but we're going to flatten out break even, or no, more, not break even, in the money on it, excuse me. But this one doesn't really look like it's got the legs. What does look like it has the legs is it's finding support yet again at the volume weighted average price. So even though we have like, you know, just barely any time left, I'm punching long here. Let's set up some shares for a $5 or $4 break, as well as north and south of the level. So MODV kind of feels like it might be opposite of PL here. So MODV, we just added into that position. Eddie R. But maybe his son doesn't like soccer. Respect to Ronaldo, of course, but his son does like soccer, my man. He is like in the, he plays in the whatever, under 16 or what, and he's quite good. That's the thing. But when you're Ronaldo's son, quite good is, you know, sadly not good enough usually, right? That's the thing. No, his kid is actually really good. Like when you look at his kid,
he's
relative to everybody else.
Relative to all the other kids. And then we got another good example there from Christmas. Well, like this one, Junior is good. Chris Eubank Jr. is pretty good. He's got the dog in him too.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Are you talking about Eubanks?
Yeah, Eubanks.
Absolutely, man. He is a tough fighter. And he's bigger than his dad,
even
man.
Nigel and Connor Ben.
Absolutely. There you go.
Another good instance there. So
there you
there's
go.
a positive influence on that one.
Who can complain about that, man?
Exactly.
Obviously, it's some big shoes to fill that, you know, it's easy for us to say while observing
right.
Cristiano.
Imagine the pressure just, on a kid. Too. But again, I'm not going to get too deep into that stuff, but sometimes as children, in my opinion, anyways, you need to be led in a specific direction. You may not like it during that time, but you'll look back and you'll thank your parents, I think, 99% of the time, even though it seems like you don't like them at that time. But you like them most of the time.
And I always kind of like blame my sister a little bit, although I shouldn't blame my sister. I'm going to get into it a little bit over here.
Hey,
like, my nephew was stupid good at soccer.
Yeah.
Stupid good. And the thing is, I don't think he realized how good he was. Yeah. And he was always critical of himself. Yeah. Super critical of himself. And then came high school and soccer wasn't cool anymore and it was more about basketball, especially being in the States and LA and stuff like that. Soccer is not as popular, you know. Yeah. And so she let him quit. Oh. I would have put my foot down. I would have been like, no.
You're going everywhere.
Right?
Yeah.
But you know, it's easy to say when you're not the parent, right? And so,
extremely.
but I just saw the talent in the kid.
Yeah,
he was so good, and he's tall. Right? He's like 6'3", a center forward, which is now he's in first year. He's a freshman, right?
So there you go.
So obviously, like there's obviously that kind of thing, but
there you go.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys, we're digressing a little bit here, but let's have a look at what we're doing here on MODV. I added into this position because it got into the volume weighted average price and then bounced off it with a bottoming tail candle. So I waited for the subsequent candle to kind of close green, and that's where it is right now. Here we go. We're looking for a first print just south of that $4 area. Let's see if it's able to work its way above $4 or if it's going to struggle at the whole dollar level. So we still haven't gotten that print at 98s yet. So we'll pack our patience, see what we can get there. But it is really, in my opinion, the BW show going into the afternoon. Obviously, CRCL is doing big things, but BW is kind of giving me that curl off a predictable level, and I don't want to say it's flat topping at 150, but it keeps rejecting that $0.50 level. You feel if this one can clear the $0.50 level, it could squeeze, because there's a likely scenario where there's a lot of people looking to short at that level. So they may be getting stopped out here if we're able to break that that $0.50 decisively. That's my thinking here on BW. I'm gonna let this trade manifest while I'm at the green screen, and we're gonna put in the stop below the $0.25, and we'll see what comes of this one. So packing my patience on here on both these trades. As I mentioned, I got out of PL because it was losing the volume weighted average, or losing the level. But there is MODV clearing $4, so it triggers both my orders. Happy that we got into this again. Let's see if it's able to kind of get above that $0.33. Even though the high of the day is 446, have a look at where the closing prints are. They're all rejecting, or they're all below 30 pennies. So that's obviously something to keep in consideration when you're looking at these bad boys. Eddie R., you remind me of that Dirty Harry movie. Lieutenant, do you have kids? No, he answers, and Dirty Harry says, lucky for them. LOL. Yeah, thanks, Eddie. I love you too, brother. All good there.
There you go.
All right. She wants him to be a good, to be a trader. Good mom. I don't think so, Aziz. I don't think so. I got him crypto. I got him a little BTC for the last 2 Christmases. And he doesn't seem like he's interested at all, bro. He's holding it, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
But like, he's not, you know, like he doesn't check the price. He's
That's
not
good.
one of
Well,
those
who knows
guys.
where that can be 20 years from now when he's done school?
Well, that's the thing, and that's what I kept telling him, right? I even got him a little bit of ETH, but
Oh, yeah?
yeah, I just give my sister the money. She buys it in his brokerage account.
Yeah.
She holds it for him, but
There you go.
he doesn't seem to be interested. He asks.
Yeah,
About,
he doesn't seem to be interested yet.
Yes,
Right?
well said.
You plant the seed, eventually it will grow. So.
That's the idea.
Yeah,
well, we'll
so-
see if that manifests or not.
All right, I'm going to go over just what we got going on via trades here today, Sharif. We'll just go through it. We'll do a breakdown of what we traded here on the day. I know a lot of people are I don't know if you're interested, but I'm going to display it anyway. So, all right. First on the list here, I traded 5 names this morning. All right, so there we go. Circle. That trade didn't work out, but this was a good one here. I went really small, but you can see it did continue to climb, but that's all right. We missed out on that trade. And then here we go. That was that nice little move there on Circle. Those are the 2 trades we took on that specific name. And then we traded some Robinhood on a couple occasions here. But unfortunately, to the short side, I did lose more on this short here than what I gained in both of these long scalps. So there you go, 2 long scalps and 2 attempts on the short. Didn't hold that long enough, unfortunately, because look, as you can see, we trade all the way down from 76 all the way down to 72. So that was a missed out one. But then I told myself, hey, let's not hop into, we'll go to IBIT before we hop into the Qs. This is what I was planning here, 2 attempts there on IBIT. So I started 0 for 3 right out of the gate on the day, but kept the losses relatively small. And then we traded some Palantir. That worked out half decent for us as well, too. We got a nice little scalp there on Palantir. So that was just a scalp. We didn't get the continuation, nor did we get the break of the high day. But the big time winner was Circle and the TQQ short there, guys. So we just happened to be in the right place at the right time. So you can see that was attempt number 1. That was followed by my 2 IBIT losses. So right out the gate, 0 for 3, but that's okay. Because when we are right, we try to be as right as possible. So you can see I started relatively small. Once that momentum started to pick up, I've seen the volume on the lower intervals really start to increase, and you can see the weakness displayed in the tape. That's why I decided to make the position significantly larger, and then we get that big time move all the way to the downside, and then we were just sitting in that. I can't wait to watch the YouTube short on that because we were just sitting in this while
she can stop sneezing. Maybe she can get it done.
Elon and Donald were just going head to head right there, and I got to sit there, be right in the middle, stuck here in the middle with TQs, and just making a little bit of cash on that one.
That was great, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one coming, and it all exploded so quickly. Adara kept coming in with Elon said that, and I was seeing it as well. And
it just got out of hand too fast.
It got out of hand really quick. You know what got out of hand too? Tesla stock price. But we haven't recovered. We're still down 8 4/5. We're looking at go down 9. Let's have a look at the chart on Tesla. We're basically at 9%, Katina, man. So we barely escaped SSR. Tesla barely holding on for dear life. And if I could say one thing here, this looks like a flat bottom break waiting to happen. Look at this area recovery, lower high, and then yet another lower high. All the while, it keeps finding support at around 302, even though the low of the day is 301.50. Unless we can start putting in some higher highs here, it feels like it's a lower high, flat bottom show. Could we get a flat bottom break through $300 and go SSR? I'll tell you something. I'll likely be looking to add, excuse me, in that case. But as we talked about, while this was all happening in real time, I don't think it's the best idea for Elon to be engaging with this president in an adversarial way. He suffered 4 years of lawfare through every government agency, was investigating Tesla and SpaceX and everything else. Does he want to do another 4 years of that? And the stock will suffer. That's the thing. If we start getting all these NHTSA investigations and National Transportation Safety Board, whatever, you know what I mean? And all these other government bodies with 3 letters start investigating him, the stock is going to suffer. That's what happened for the 4 years prior. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening here, but it's definitely not a good look.
No.
What happened, Randy? Go forward, Randy says.
Now, hold on.
That's his bet right there.
Before we send it off, let's see what Ford is up to.
Oh, God.
So why are we going forward?
Oh,
Okay, all right.
come on, Joe.
All right, come on,
Get it
with
together,
it, buddy.
Joe.
All right, that's my cue. That's my cue.
All right, guys.
Right there.
It is now 2:01:20. You marking down the excess time there?
They already owe us 4 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, you can tell the big kahunas
Yeah,
that.
I'll
I
tell
will not
them.
be telling them.
I won't.
All right, I'm playing. All right, guys. Neil and Sean that way. We'll see everybody tomorrow.
No, hold on a
Let's
second.
not talk about owing people stuff.
No, no one owes anyone any minutes or anything like that. So obviously look, some crazy things happen. You guys all saw what happened with Circle. I was just sort of saying, to be almost 10